Phoenix Knights. Just as Gufei sent Black Demon Mountain Lord and the other demons to find the passageways to other great realms, Demonic Lu and Emokui arrived at the mountain gate of Falling Moon Demon Palace. After Demonic Lu revealed his identity, a demonic figure quickly walked out of the Falling Moon Demon Palace and led Demonic Lu and Emokui to the Falling Moon Demon Palace. At this time, Demonic Mountain Lord and the other demons began to move. Everyone wanted to obtain the cultivation method of the undying heavenly demon body. However, the passageways to other great realms were not so easy to find. Of course, in the Chaos Demon world, there were such places in the legends. There was such a place in the western region. However, it was a forbidden area. It was a forbidden area that other living beings could not come out after entering. However, on this day, there were many powerful figures appearing outside the forbidden area. Burning Demon Desolate Domain. This was what the demonic path living beings in the western region of the Chaos Demon world called this place. Legend had it that this place was formed after a fire demon of the extreme path died. The demonic fire in the desolate domain could melt the hardest divine metal in the world. It could also burn a great demon Venerable to death. Everyone knew how terrifying the demonic fire was. The place where the extreme path demon Venerable died was definitely extraordinary. There were unknown dangers. Since ancient times, none of the demonic path living beings that entered the burning demon desolate domain came out alive. However, there was a legend that there was a relic in the burning demon desolate domain. There was an altar there. The ancient altar could send away any living being that climbed onto the altar. Some demonic path living beings guessed that the legendary altar was a teleportation formation that could teleport across realms. However, no one had ever heard of any demonic path living beings walking out of the burning demon desolate domain alive. Therefore, no one knew if there was such a relic in the burning demon desolate domain. However, at this time, to some demonic path living beings, they would rather believe that there was a relic in the burning demon desolate domain. Very soon, the news that there were demonic path living beings gathering in the burning demon desolate domain spread out. The demonic path living beings in the western region also became restless. Everyone knew that there was a peerless demonic treasure in the burning demon desolate domain. However, no one dared to have any ideas about the peerless demonic treasure. Now that the demonic path living beings had gathered, they were naturally going for the peerless demonic treasure. Even the people from the Falling Moon Demon Palace could not sit still. There were powerful demonic shadows walking out of the Falling Moon Demon Palace. It's the people from the Black Demon Mountain. What are they doing? Very soon, someone recognized the identity of the demonic path living beings outside the burning demon desolate domain. Many of the demon cultivators were shocked. It should be known that not long ago, the Black Demon Mountain destroyed the demonic lake. There was no doubt about the strength of the demonic lake. It was one of the three great sects in the western region. However, the demonic lake, whose strength was second only to the Falling Moon Demon Palace, was actually destroyed by the weakest sect, the Black Demon Mountain. This matter was unbelievable. Now, the people from the Black Demon Mountain actually appeared here. Could it be that the Black Demon Mountain was eyeing the peerless demonic treasure in the burning demon desolate domain? All the demon cultivators were guessing the intentions of the Black Demon Mountain. However, no one could guess the intentions of the Black Demon Mountain. In the end, even the figure of the Black Demon Mountain's master appeared outside the burning demon desolate domain. This caused many of the demon cultivators who were watching to be incomparably shocked. Not long after the Black Demon Mountain's master arrived, someone saw a demonic rock that was even bigger than a mountain flying across the sky. A terrifying demonic might descended from the sky. That's the demonic rock emperor. Some of the demon cultivators recognized the origin of the demonic rock. Even the demonic rock emperor is here. The older generation of demon cultivators felt that they were in big trouble. One must know that the news of the demonic rock emperor breaching the Xuandu city and killing the city lord, Xian Tong, had already spread. Xian Tong was a famous cultivator in the western domain. The ferocious might of the Qiongqi demon shook the western domain. Although he was only a city lord, his reputation was even greater than the ruler of the demonic lake. Even Xian Tong died in the hands of the demonic rock emperor. The others were definitely not a match for the demonic rock emperor. At this time, when night fell, there would be peerless demonic light rushing out from the burning demon desolate domain from time to time. That was a sign that the peerless demonic treasure was about to appear. The peerless demonic treasure in the burning demon desolate domain was something that countless demon cultivators yearned for. Even the great demon Venerable would covet it and want to obtain it. More and more demon cultivators gathered outside the burning demon desolate domain. Not to mention the demon Dao cultivators of the western domain, even the demon Dao cultivators outside the western domain had rushed over. Rumble. Under the moonlight, a demon coffin emitted a terrifying demonic might and swept across the sky above the mountains. Someone who saw this scene couldn't help but be indescribably shocked. They thought that a sect master level existence had come. This was a ruthless person who hid in the demon coffin. However, the demonic might that erupted from the demon coffin was earth-shattering. Chapter 3104. Demons from all directions were rushing towards the burning devil desolate domain. Sect master level existences had finally appeared. Someone saw a devil coffin flying through the sky of the mountain range under the moonlight, exuding a world-shaking devilish might. There were also people who saw a terrifying devil silhouette walking through the mountain range. Everywhere this devil silhouette passed by, all the vitality in the surroundings would be rapidly extinguished, and all the vitality would be devoured cleanly by that devil silhouette. Rumble. In the darkness of the night, a devil palace was rapidly approaching the burning devil desolate domain. It was like a gigantic mountain, and the terrifying devilish might radiating from the devil palace caused the entire space to tremble. It was as though the sky was about to collapse. The major character of the falling moon devil palace has arrived, someone exclaimed. At this moment, on the mountain peak outside the burning devil desolate domain, numerous devil silhouettes could be seen. Some of them were pointing at the devil palace that was currently flying over. The falling moon devil palace was definitely the number one power in the western domain. There was no doubt about this. Just when the major character of the falling moon devil palace arrived, from another direction, a devil mountain was also rushing over. On the peak of that devil mountain, an incomparably powerful devil silhouette could be seen. Moon Devil, to think that you are still alive! The devil silhouette standing on the peak of the devil mountain spoke. Upon hearing the words of that devil silhouette, all the devil cultivators in the mountain range were shocked. This fellow actually dared to speak to Lord Moon Devil in such a manner? Moon Devil had a great reputation in the Western domain. Also, he had dominated the Western domain for thousands of years and had never suffered a defeat. All those who went against him were all killed by him. Moon Devil had another nickname in the Western domain, Undefeatable Moon Devil. Humph, you are not dead yet, how can I die? Such words rang out from the Devil Palace. This was a soul-hooking devil voice. Countless devil cultivators in the mountain range instantly turned dumbfounded, as though their souls were hooked by the devil voice. At this moment, a devil coffin emitting a towering devil chi rushed over from afar. Devil runes appeared on the surface of the devil coffin, intertwining unceasingly, forming an ancient devil diagram. Devil Sovereign Sure! A cry of surprise came from the demon palace. Venerable Shurimo wasn't a sect master level existence in the western region of the Chaos Devil world, but his name had spread to the western region. Some of the older generation experts had heard of the name Devil Emperor. That guy is here too. At the peak of the Devil Mountain, that devil figure mumbled to himself. The strength of the corpse Devil Lord was indisputable. This Devil Lord was an ancient corpse devil that cultivated to this level. The origin of this ancient demon corpse was very mysterious. Some people said that it was transformed from a demon god that died in battle in the last era, while others said that it was nourished by the endless demon chi in a land of death, giving birth to its intelligence and cultivating. All in all, the origin of the corpse demon Venerable was rather legendary. Shadow Demon Lord, to think that you still haven't found a suitable demon body and still look half dead. A powerful demonic thought came from the devil coffin. Clearly, Corpse Demon Venerable recognized the powerful demonic figure on top of the Devil Mountain. These were all sect master level existences. Although they were called Devil Venerables, they actually had the cultivation and combat strength of a great Devil Venerable. They were one of the strongest group of devil experts in the Chaos Devil world. Humph, even if I'm half dead, it's still better than you lying in a coffin, Shadow Demon Venerable said. What? You still want to fight? Corpse Demon Venerable said coldly. The devil might emitted from the stone coffin grew stronger. The monstrous demon chief from the coffin shrouded half of the sky. Do you think I'm afraid of you? If you want to fight, then fight, the devil figure on top of the Devil Mountain said. He actually stepped on the Devil Mountain and rushed towards the stone coffin. The Chaos Demon Chi on top of the Devil Mountain was vast and mighty. Rumble! As soon as the Devil Mountain moved, the void of the entire heaven and earth trembled. Black and malevolent spatial cracks appeared in the void. What? Seeing this scene, the countless devil cultivators in the mountain were indescribably shocked. If these two sect master level existences were to fight, things wouldn't be fun anymore. All the devil cultivators were shocked and retreated far away at the first moment. Once these two sect master level existences were to fight, they might become collateral damage. To sect master level existences, the countless demons in the mountain were nothing but a bunch of ants. The life and death of ants was naturally not something that sect master level existences would care about. Boom! Corpse Devil Venerable didn't waste any more words. The devil coffin directly collided with the incoming Devil Mountain, instantly colliding with the Devil Mountain. It was as if two true primordial demonic mountains had collided together. At the instant the stone coffin collided with the demonic mountain, the entire space collapsed and was annihilated. This was a barbaric collision. There was no technique involved. The devil coffin was sent flying while the Devil Mountain was sent flying thousands of feet away. Haha, Corpse Demon, you're still the same. Your temper is still as bad as ever. On top of the Devil Mountain, the black smoke-like devil figure laughed loudly. Again. Corpse Demon Venerable once again controlled the devil coffin to collide with the devil figure on top of the Devil Mountain. The devil might descended from the sky, causing the mountains to tremble. Countless demons in the mountain were incomparably shocked as they watched the scene in the sky. A sect master level existence was fighting. This wasn't something that they could see often. All the demons were incomparably excited. At this moment, there were still some demons who retreated far away. Not everyone could withstand the powerful devil might of a great Devil Venerable. However, there were also many experts among the demons who didn't retreat. They were all watching the battle from a close distance. Black Demon Mountain Lord was one of them. He stood on top of a mountain and raised his head to watch the battle in front of him. Devil marks were interweaving in his eyes. A battle of this level was also a good thing for him. One must know that he was also a sect master level existence. High up in the sky, there was another figure standing in the clouds, watching the scene below. Boom! Bang! Two devil energies kept clashing. The devil coffin and the Devil Mountain kept shattering the void. This was a power that could destroy the heavens and earth. Only a sect master level existence could have such cultivation and combat strength. Corpse Demon Venerable and Shadow Demon Venerable weren't fighting with their lives on the line. They were just probing each other. It has been a long time since they fought. Naturally, they wanted to probe each other's strength first. These two fellows. In the Devil Palace, Moon Demon was somewhat speechless. These two fellows truly had no scruples. If they wanted to attack, they would attack. If they wanted to fight, they would fight. This was the great Devil Venerable, unscrupulous. The way of doing things for the Devil Path seemed to be like this as well. Being free and unrestrained was what a devil was. On the other hand, the righteous path had too many scruples. This would affect their cultivation. Boom! At this moment, a loud sound rang out from the sky. After that, the Devil Coffin and the Devil Mountain were both blasted away. They then stood in a stalemate and didn't attack again. They had already probed each other's strength. They didn't have the confidence to defeat each other. Hence, they wouldn't act rashly because they didn't want to fight with their lives on the line. At this time, the peerless demonic light emitted from the burning devil desolate domain became more and more frequent. The peerless demonic treasure was about to be born. To all the demonic cultivators gathered outside the burning devil desolate domain, this was an important matter of the utmost importance. Both Corpse Demon Venerable and Shadow Demon Venerable weren't willing to waste their strength. They wanted to conserve their strength. Haha, why aren't you two old things fighting anymore? A bell-like laughter rang out from the Devil Palace. The voice contained a soul-stirring devilish power, causing those demons who had retreated far away to fall into a daze. Hee, little girl, do you want to fight as well? A devil sense fluctuation came from the devil coffin. Corpse Demon Venerable was incomparably ferocious. He actually wanted to fight against Moon Demon in the Devil Palace. Forget it. If you guys want to play, then play. But don't drag me into it. Moon Demon said. Forget it if you don't want to. Corpse Demon Venerable said. Moon Demon Venerable had never been defeated in his life. No one dared to look down on this great Demon Venerable, including Corpse Demon Venerable. He knew very well how strong and terrifying Moon Demon Venerable was. Little girl, why don't we join forces and get rid of this guy lying in the coffin? On top of the Devil Mountain, the Devil Shadow said. When Corpse Demon Venerable heard Shadow Demon Venerable's words, he was shocked. If Shadow Demon Venerable and Moon Demon were to join forces, he would be in danger. Not interested. Find someone else to join forces with you. Moon Demon's voice came from the Devil Palace. Hearing the Moon Demon's words, Corpse Demon Venerable, who was in the demon coffin, heaved a sigh of relief. The cultivation and battle strength of the three of them were on par. Once the Moon Demon and Shadow Demon Venerable joined forces, they would undoubtedly be able to defeat Corpse Demon Venerable. Haha, then what are you interested in? Shadow Demon Venerable laughed. If I said that I'm interested in your life, would you believe me? Moon Demon said. Haha, I can't hand my life over to you. Shadow Demon Venerable said. Little girl, why don't you join forces with me? Corpse Demon Venerable in the stone coffin said. I don't wish to join forces with you either. Moon Demon said. She had become the target of the two great sect masters, but she didn't wish to be used by others. The feeling of being used by others was truly unpleasant. Haha. That devil shadow on top of the Devil Mountain laughed out loud. This bunch of fellas. Just as the three great demon venerables were planning their own wishful thinking, a black-robed young man was sitting in the clouds high up in the sky. Beside this black-robed young man was a short table. On the table, there were many immortal fruits and wine. This black-robed young man was currently drinking by himself, looking extremely relaxed. Compared to the tense situation below, the clouds were extremely calm. No one could sense the existence of this black-robed young man, not even the three great sect masters. It was as if this black-robed young man didn't exist at all. That person was Gu Fei. He had also come to the burning devil desolate domain. Behind him stood three demonic path experts. The one in front was the demonic Ping Emperor, while the other two were the demonic sovereign Luo Ping and the Phoenix Sparrow demon girl. Master, why don't you make a move and show these idiots how strong you are? Devil Emperor Ping said. There's no sense of accomplishment fighting these people. Let's just forget about it. Gu Fei shook his head. He was a cultivator, a quasi-supreme, which was equivalent to the so-called great demon venerables in the primal chaos demon realm. Cultivators were invincible in the same realm. Corpse Demon Venerable in the stone coffin, Shadow Demon Venerable, and Moon Demon Venerable in the Devil Palace were no match for him. Unless there was an even stronger existence, he would have the urge to make a move. At this moment, another beam of demonic light shot out from the burning devil desolate domain, piercing through the void. An extremely strong demonic energy gushed out from the burning devil desolate domain. Peerless demonic treasure. Gu Fei couldn't help but murmur to himself when he saw this scene. At the moment when the demonic light shot out from the burning devil desolate domain, he felt an extreme aura. Chapter 3105. In the burning devil desolate domain, a peerless demonic treasure was born. This attracted all the powerful demons of the chaos demon world to gather outside the burning devil desolate domain. The corpse demon Venerable and the shadow demon Venerable even fought. The battle between the great demon Venerables shocked all the living beings of the demon Tao, but they were also very excited. It should be known that it was not common to see a battle between the great demon Venerables. However, it was a pity that the corpse demon Venerable and the shadow demon Venerable were just testing each other. They did not really want to determine the outcome of the battle. At this moment, rays of demonic light rushed out from the burning devil desolate domain. A terrifying demonic aura surged out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. Rumble! A thunderous sound came from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. The entire void looked like it was going to collapse. All the living beings of the demon Tao outside the burning devil desolate domain were shocked. However, the supreme demonic power suddenly retreated like the tide and vanished. However, the next moment, the demonic energy exploded again. It was like a beating heart. The demonic energy was sometimes strong and sometimes weak. Moreover, it was very rhythmic. What's going on? High up in the sky, in the clouds, Gufei was also very surprised. It seemed like there was a demonic heart beating in the burning devil desolate domain. Moreover, within that demonic energy, there was a strong life force. No one knew what was going on, because no one had been able to walk out alive after entering the burning devil desolate domain. Every time a peerless demonic treasure was born, countless living beings of the demon Tao would fall. Of course, nothing was absolute in the world. No one saw it, but it did not mean that no one could walk out of the burning devil desolate domain alive. At least, that was what Gufei thought. In the chaos demon world, there were definitely existences of the extreme demon ancestor level. Therefore, there were extreme demon weapons in the chaos demon world. With the protection of extreme demon weapons, there was nowhere in the world that one could not go. Those super forces in the chaos demon world might have extreme demon weapons. To Gufei, this was also a challenge and a threat. At this time, some demon path powerhouses could no longer sit still. Some demon path powerhouses rushed into the burning devil desolate domain with demonic artifacts to protect themselves. However, in the next moment, without any warning, the demon Tao expert who had just charged into the burning devil desolate domain suddenly let out a miserable shriek, and his body was suddenly covered in demonic flames. In the blink of an eye, the demonic cultivator was reduced to a skeleton by the demonic fire. Then, he fell from the sky, his body and soul destroyed. Seeing this scene, the countless demons outside the burning devil desolate domain were indescribably shocked. Because no one could clearly see how the demons that barged into the burning devil desolate domain was burned to ashes by the demonic fire. Where did the demonic fire come from? Some of the older generation of demons were unable to see what had happened in that instant. The demonic flames seemed to have appeared out of thin air, causing all the demons to feel their hearts palpitate. For a moment, no one dared to recklessly barge into that area. Demon Venerable, sure, do you dare to enter? Shadow Demon Venerable, who was facing off against the demon coffin, stood on top of the demon mountain and asked. Ha ha! Shadow Demon Venerable, if you want to go in yourself. Prodding me is useless. A demonic will rippled out from the demon coffin. From the start to the end, Demon Venerable sure had yet to come out from the demon coffin, looking extremely mysterious. TSK, timid as a mouse. So what if I go in now? As Shadow Demon Venerable spoke, he really stepped on the demon mountain and dashed towards the burning devil desolate domain. Under the watchful eyes of all the demon Tao cultivators, he barged into the burning devil desolate domain. What? All the demons present were extremely shocked. None of them had expected Shadow Demon Venerable to actually dare to barge into a place as such. The previous example was still fresh in their minds. Even Gufei, who was within the clouds, was taken aback. One must know that the burning devil desolate domain was filled with danger, and the demonic fire seemed to be everywhere. Indeed, it didn't take long before Shadow Demon Venerable ran into trouble. A series of demonic flames descended from the heavens, burning towards Shadow Demon Venerable, who was standing at the peak of the Demon Mountain. Rumble! The Demon Mountain trembled as a series of ancient demonic marks appeared and interweaved on the surface of the Demon Mountain. A supreme power of the Demon Tao erupted from the Demon Mountain. Soon after, a ball of light appeared in the void, enveloping Emokwe as well as the Demon Mountain under his feet. Streams of demonic flames descended from the heavens and collided with the protective demonic light barrier around Shadow Demon Venerable. Instantly, the protective demonic light barrier trembled as though it could shatter at any moment. After blocking the demonic flames, Shadow Demon Venerable continued heading towards the depths of the burning Devil Desolate Domain. Looking at this scene, the countless living beings outside the burning Devil Desolate Domain were astonished. To think that this Demon Emperor Peng would have such a mystic skill that could defend against the demonic flames. Very soon, Shadow Demon Venerable's figure disappeared from the eyes of all the living beings within the burning Devil Desolate Domain. This fella. Sensing this, Demon Venerable sure was extremely shocked. To think that Shadow Demon Venerable would barge into the burning Devil Desolate Domain without any reservations. Could he have obtained some sort of trump card? However, at this moment, a furious roar rang out from the depths of the burning Devil Desolate Domain. After that, a powerful shockwave gushed out, causing the heavens and earth to tremble. After that, a demon mountain rushed out from the depths of the burning Devil Desolate Domain. On top of the demon mountain, there was devil blood dripping down. However, Shadow Demon Venerable had disappeared. Boom! With a loud bang, the demon mountain actually exploded. Countless fragments shot out in all directions. Some of the fragments even rushed out from the burning Devil Desolate Domain. Everyone hurriedly dodged. Ha! Seeing this scene, Demon Venerable sure laughed out loud. Although Shadow Demon Venerable was powerful, the dangers within the burning Devil Desolate Domain were unimaginable. Even someone as powerful as Shadow Demon Venerable had fallen. Even his demon mountain had exploded. No one was able to sense how Shadow Demon Venerable died. Even Gu Fei, who was high up in the clouds, was astonished by this scene. Demon Venerable Sure and Moon Demon were both extremely cautious. At this moment, there were still many experts rushing towards the burning Devil Desolate Domain. However, the number of demons gathering outside the burning Devil Desolate Domain was increasing. Outside the burning Devil Desolate Domain, no one spoke. The news of Shadow Demon Venerable's death spread out, shaking the entire cultivation world of the Chaos Demon world. One should know that Shadow Demon Venerable was an ancient demon venerable. At this moment, the burning Devil Desolate Domain gradually calmed down. The terrifying shockwave from the depths of the burning Devil Desolate Domain retreated like a receding tide. Although the Demon Mountain has exploded, Shadow Demon Venerable might not have fallen. Within the Demon Palace, Moon Demon's voice rang out. No one saw Shadow Demon Venerable's death with their own eyes. This meant that he might still be alive. Shadow Demon Venerable's cultivation technique was different from the rest. What's going on? At this moment, there was a life force surging out from the depths of the burning Devil Desolate Domain. This seemed to be confirming Moon Demon's words, causing Demon Venerable Sure to be indescribably shocked. The sky was dark. The sky above the burning Devil Desolate Domain was covered by demonic clouds. Within the pitch-black demonic clouds, blood-colored lightning would occasionally flash. Suddenly, someone noticed that it was raining. He reached out his hand to touch it. Lowering his head, he was instantly shocked to see his hand drenched in blood. It was raining, but it was a terrifying rain of blood. This caused the countless cultivators of the demons outside the burning Devil Desolate Domain to be inexplicably shocked. The sky was actually raining blood. Rumble! Blood-colored lightning wreaked havoc along with the rain of blood. Every single bolt of lightning tore through the void. Wherever the lightning passed, a pitch-black spatial crack would be left behind. Under the effect of the heaven and earth powers, the spatial crack that was torn apart by the blood-colored lightning was rapidly mending itself. The black spatial crack was rapidly disappearing. At this moment, the demonic cultivators outside the burning devil desolate domain suddenly looked into the burning devil desolate domain with incomparable shock. They were simply dumbfounded. Within the rain of blood, terrifying figures appeared one after another. These figures were like specters, wandering aimlessly within the burning devil desolate domain. "What are those things?" a cultivator of the demons exclaimed. The blood-colored figures wandering within the burning devil desolate domain seemed to have no physical form. No one knew how these blood-colored figures were formed. However, their instincts told them that these things were very dangerous. "What's going on with those blood-colored figures?" High up in the sky, Gu Fei's gaze pierced through the heaven and earth, directly into the burning devil desolate domain that was raining blood. He saw those figures bathed in the rain of blood. "Master, your subordinate doesn't know," the demonic rock emperor, who was standing behind Gu Fei, said. "I'll bestow you a Tao treasure. Go down and take a look." As Gu Fei spoke, he waved his right hand. A stone tablet immediately flew up from his hand and flew towards the demonic rock emperor. When the demonic rock emperor saw this, he was instantly overjoyed. He hurriedly caught the flying three-boundary steel and left to carry out his orders. At this moment, when they saw that the demonic rock emperor could use an extreme Tao treasure again, they couldn't help but be incomparably jealous. They exchanged glances and could see the envy and hatred in each other's eyes. The demonic rock emperor directly charged down from the sky. With an extreme Tao treasure in his hand, he wasn't afraid of anyone. Even if he were to face the moon demon or the demon sovereign, he would still be able to put up a fight. Swoosh! The demonic rock emperor directly landed on a mountain outside the burning devil desolate domain. Then, he scanned the surroundings and saw that there were actually many existences whose cultivation and battle prowess were much stronger than his. On a mountain far away, when the demonic rock emperor saw the demonic rock emperor descend from the sky without fear of the various sect leaders, he knew that the demonic rock emperor definitely had something up his sleeves. In the next moment, the demonic rock emperor actually directly charged into the burning devil desolate domain. He actually had no scruples, nor did he panic. The moment he entered the desolate domain, a ball of divine light surged from the demonic rock emperor's body and enveloped him, blocking the blood rain. Although there was a terrifying blood rain in the desolate domain, it didn't matter to the demonic rock emperor whether or not it rained, because the blood rain was completely ignored by the demonic rock emperor. Chapter 3106. The extreme Tao weapon that Gu Fei had bestowed upon him allowed the demonic rock emperor to ignore all the dangers in the burning demon desolate domain. Naturally, the demonic rock emperor rushed into the burning demon desolate domain without any hesitation. He wanted to help Gu Fei find out the truth about the burning demon desolate domain. However, at this moment, a bloody rain started to fall in the burning demon desolate domain. This wasn't an ordinary bloody rain, but a demon blood rain that contained a demonic aura. Even the experts among the demons would instantly turn into skeletons if they were drenched by this demon blood rain. There was no suspense at all. Under the circumstances where the demon blood rain was wreaking havoc, no one dared to take the risk to enter the burning demon desolate domain. However, there was an exception, and that was the demonic rock emperor. The demon blood rain couldn't touch his body at all. There was a kind of domain power that spread out from his body, blocking all the demon blood rain outside his body. However, apart from the demon blood rain, on the blood-colored ground of the burning demon desolate domain, several bloody shadows actually stood up. The blurry bloody shadows didn't have a physical body, but they were extremely strange as they wandered in the bloody rain. The demonic rock emperor charged towards the blood shadow closest to him. Swoosh! The bloody shadow suddenly turned around, and two rays of bloody light shot out from the eyes of its head, sweeping towards the charging demonic rock emperor. What? The demonic rock emperor was taken aback. He could sense strong hostility and killing intent from the bloody shadow. It was as though a demonic shadow without a soul had come to life in an instant. Immediately after, a powerful demonic aura erupted from the crimson figure. "What's going on?" The demonic rock emperor hurriedly stopped. The demonic aura on his body was vast, and the shadow of a demonic rock could be vaguely seen on his body. The pressure of a pinnacle demon Venerable erupted from his body. However, as the demonic rock emperor released his demonic might, the body of the bloody shadow opposite him also released a strong demonic might. Blood-colored demonic light shot into the sky. "Oh no, how could I forget about this?" The demonic rock emperor seemed to have thought of something as his face darkened. He had naturally heard of the legend of the burning demon desolate domain. This was a peerlessly dangerous place, and it was suspected that a demonic ancestor of the extreme path had fallen here. Throughout the years, countless demonic path experts had barged into this place in order to obtain the peerless demonic treasure. In other words, countless members of the Devil clan had perished in this area throughout the countless years of time. Some people had once guessed that these blood-colored specters ought to be formed from the undying obsession of those experts of the Devil clan that had perished in the area. This was an ominous sign. Among the powerful demons, some of them had too deep of an obsession. Therefore, an ominous sign would appear after they died. Especially in a peerlessly dangerous place like the burning Devil desolate region, this sort of ominous event was even more likely to occur. It was fine if one didn't offend this sort of blood-colored specter, but once one did, then it would be troublesome. The demonic rock emperor wanted to retreat, but it was already too late. The blood-colored demonic shadow had already pounced on him, and a gust of fishy wind immediately assaulted his face. When the fishy wind blew, the demonic rock emperor immediately felt dizzy and almost fell from the sky. "What?" The demonic rock emperor couldn't help but be shocked. An ancient tablet immediately flew out from his body. At this moment, the blood-colored demonic shadow happened to pounce on him. Bang! A dull sound of collision resounded. Just as the blood-colored demonic shadow was about to pounce on the demonic rock emperor, it seemed to have hit a transparent wall. It was sent flying and dissipated in the void. A strange and terrifying blood-colored demonic shadow disappeared just like that, as though it had never appeared. Outside the burning Devil desolate domain, the eyes of some demonic path leaders lit up when they saw the ancient tablet that had rushed out from the demonic rock emperor's body. Extreme Path Tao Artifact. Some of the demonic path leaders muttered to themselves. Swoosh! One of the demonic path leaders made a move. A huge hand appeared in the void and grabbed at the demonic rock emperor from outside the burning Devil desolate domain. Humph! The demonic rock emperor wasn't nervous at all. That was because he had something to rely on. Even if the demonic path leaders made a move against him, he wouldn't be afraid of them. Within the burning Devil desolate domain, the demonic blood rain continued to fall. When the demonic blood rain fell on the demonic hand, it actually corroded and dimmed down. Before the demonic hand could grab the demonic rock emperor, it had already disappeared within the demonic blood rain. "Ha ha! You want to catch me? Come on in if you have the guts!" The demonic rock emperor laughed wantonly. His cold eyes swept across the high and mighty demons leaders outside the burning Devil desolate domain. "Humph! A puny ant dares to act impudently before us. Come out obediently and hand over that ancient tablet. If you do, I will let you die a quick death." One of the demons leaders, who was hidden in the demonic clouds high up in the sky, said. "TSK." The demonic rock emperor raised his middle finger at the demon's leader. "You're dead." The demon's leader above the demonic clouds glared at the demonic rock emperor within the burning Devil desolate domain and said. An extremely powerful demonic might burst out from the demon's leader's body. The demonic might of the demon's leader caused even heaven and earth to change color. Countless cultivators from the demons nearby were shocked and all of them retreated far away. "Ha ha! Come on in if you have the guts. Otherwise scram," the demonic rock emperor said with a somewhat crazed tone. "Kid, you've got guts." Outside the burning Devil desolate domain, the demon's leader above the demonic clouds gritted his teeth and said, There had never been anyone who dared to act so impudently before him. This fellow was simply courting death, unless he could continue hiding within the burning devil desolate domain. This daddy has always been a man of guts. I'm afraid an old man like you won't have the guts. The demonic rock emperor looked at the demon's leader above the burning devil desolate domain with a look of disdain. He recognized the demon's leader. He was an incomparably powerful great demon Venerable known as the Great Demon Venerable Ming Xian. He was a leader of the demons from the central region. This time, this great demon Venerable had also come to the burning devil desolate domain to fight for the peerless demonic treasure. Roar! The great demon Venerable Ming Xian let out a long roar towards the sky. The entire sky and the void were shaking. It was extremely terrifying. Even the other great demon venerables were shocked, especially the great demon venerables from the western region. This demonic rock emperor was really crazy. He actually dared to provoke the great demon venerable. The great demon Venerable Ming Xian wasn't someone to be trifled with. Even some of the great demon venerables from the western region were wary of this fellow, and didn't want to offend him easily. Could it be that the demonic rock emperor was fearless and arrogant because he had someone backing him up? The leaders of the demons from the western region all knew that there was a peerless expert supporting MT Mystic Demon. Otherwise, MT Mystic Demon wouldn't have been able to annihilate Demonic Lake. This daddy has no time to talk nonsense with you, the demonic rock emperor said and turned around, rushing towards the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. At this moment, the three-boundary monument emitted a powerful aura. This aura enveloped the demonic rock emperor. The blood shadows that were wandering on the blood-red land avoided it. These blood shadows that had no consciousness seemed to be wary of the aura emitted by the three-boundary monument. Very quickly, the demonic rock emperor's figure disappeared within the demonic blood rain. The great demon Venerable Ming Xian could only watch helplessly because he didn't dare to enter the burning devil desolate domain, while the demonic blood rain was raining down. The demonic blood rain could corrode everything. If one didn't have a Tao artifact to protect himself, even a great demon Venerable would die if he was drenched by the demonic blood rain. In fact, the leaders of the demons were happy to see the demonic rock emperor explore the path ahead. Boom! At this moment, a loud sound came from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. The entire burning devil desolate domain shook violently. After that, a figure flew out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. The demonic figure flew out of the burning devil desolate domain. Little fellow, karma really doesn't feel good. Die. High up in the sky, the great demon Venerable Ming Xian, who was standing on the demonic clouds, laughed hideously. After that, he stretched out his hand and grabbed at the figure that flew out of the burning devil desolate domain. At this moment, the three-boundary steel wasn't with the demonic rock emperor. In the burning devil desolate domain, a divine light soared into the sky and broke through the layers of demonic clouds that enveloped the sky of the burning devil desolate domain. A powerful and terrifying aura spread out from the burning devil desolate domain. The bloody figures that were wandering on the bloody ground dissipated one after another, and vanished completely in the void. Two supreme powers surged out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. It was a confrontation of extreme powers. Even a great demon Venerable felt great pressure. Did you ask me if you want to kill him? Just as the demonic rock emperor was about to be grabbed by the enormous demonic hand, a shocking sword light descended from the sky and destroyed the demonic hand in an instant. Who is it? The great demon Venerable Ming Xian couldn't help but be furious when he saw that. There was actually someone who dared to save this little fellow. That person must be tired of living. He looked in the direction where the sword light came from. A figure could be seen standing in the sky. Behind this figure stood several powerful demonic figures. It was a black-clothed young man. The black-clothed young man waved his right hand and the figure that flew out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain immediately flew towards him and landed next to him. You! The great demon Venerable Ming Xian couldn't help being shocked and furious when he saw that. This fellow dared to save this little fellow. This was simply a slap to his face. Master! The demonic rock emperor was battered and exhausted. He kept coughing out blood. He had clearly suffered a great impact. If it wasn't for the power of the three boundary steel that only dissipated when he flew out of the burning devil desolate domain, he would probably have died in the burning devil desolate domain. Gu Fei directly gave him a healing panacea and signaled the demonic rock emperor to stand behind him. After taking the healing panacea, the demonic rock emperor immediately stopped coughing out blood. An extremely powerful demonic aura immediately spread out from his body. Kill! At this moment, the great demon Venerable Ming Xian made his move. 9 rays of demonic light rushed out from his body and turned into 9 extremely sharp sword lights that pierced towards Gu Fei. Chapter 3107. Gu Fei had saved the demonic rock emperor, but the great demon Venerable Ming Xian would not let the demonic rock emperor off so easily. However, he would have to get past Gu Fei first if he wanted to kill the demonic rock emperor. The great demon Venerable Ming Xian unleashed 9 supreme sword lights that pierced towards Gu Fei. Each sword light pierced through the void, leaving black spatial cracks in the void. The chilly sword chi spread out, causing the temperature of the entire void to drop rapidly. However, when the 9 sword lights pierced in front of Gu Fei waved his hand. The 9 sword lights were immediately reversed and pierced towards the great demon Venerable Ming Xian. What? The great demon Venerable Ming Xian was shocked. Ever since he started his cultivation, he had roamed the Chaos Fiend territory for countless years and had fought countless life and death battles. However, he had never experienced something like this before. His attack was completely reversed by the opponent, and the opponent was using his killer move to deal with him. Roar! The great demon Venerable Ming Xian roared and directly opened his mouth to suck in the 9 sword lights. The 9 sword lights flew into his mouth and were swallowed by him. What? Behind Gu Fei, Luo Peng and the others couldn't help but be shocked when they saw this. This guy actually dared to swallow the 9 terrifying sword lights. Wasn't he afraid of being injured by the sword chi? Who are you? Why haven't I heard of you before? The great demon Venerable Ming Xian stared at Gu Fei and said coldly. Haha, what a joke. There are countless experts in this world. Don't tell me you know all of them? Gu Fei laughed heartily. That's right. Old demon Venerable Ming Xian, you are too arrogant. The demonic rock emperor, who was standing behind Gu Fei, said disdainfully. Little guy, do you think that I can't kill you just because someone is protecting you? Great demon Venerable Ming Xian stared at the demonic rock emperor behind Gu Fei and said coldly. At the same time, his blood-colored eyes emitted a strange power. In the next moment, the Devil Rock Emperor's expression became lifeless, as if his soul had been taken away in an instant, and he had become a walking corpse. Humph! At this time, Gu Fei suddenly let out a cold snort. Even though his voice wasn't loud, it was like a morning bell that startled the Devil Rock Emperor. The demonic Rock Emperor's lifeless eyes immediately regained their luster. When he came back to his senses, he immediately broke out in a cold sweat. If it weren't for Gu Fei, his consciousness would have been trapped in the endless darkness forever, never to wake up. Those who oppose me will never have a good ending. Great demon Venerable Ming Xian stared at Gu Fei as he spoke with an ominous glint flickering in his eyes. Is that so? Do you know what happened to those who opposed me? Gu Fei looked at the great demon Venerable and said with a faint smile. Why? Did you kill them all? Great demon Venerable Ming Xian was shocked. This guy was definitely not someone to be trifled with. More or less. Gu Fei said. Most of those who opposed him were dead, but there were also some who were in hiding, such as the ancient Yuan Celestial Emperor of the Heaven Realm. The methods of the ancient Yuan Celestial Emperor were indeed brilliant. Even Gu Fei couldn't find his true body. Even until now, Gu Fei hadn't seen the true body of the ancient Yuan Celestial Emperor. Kill! Great demon Venerable Ming Xian roared and attacked directly. A demonic moon rushed out of his body and rushed towards Gu Fei. There was nothing more to say, so they could only fight. Gu Fei sneered. Then, He took a step forward and threw a punch at the incoming black moon. Boom! The demonic moon was blasted apart by his punch. What? Great Demon Venerable Ming Xian couldn't help but change his expression. Not only did Lin Fan break his killing technique, Lin Fan also attacked him directly. A fist rapidly enlarged in his eyes. Swoosh! Great Demon Venerable Ming Xuan's figure instantly disappeared into the void. Gu Fei's punch hit empty air, but the violent power didn't erupt. Gu Fei didn't want to waste his strength. With his cultivation, he could naturally control his strength at will. As long as he wanted to, he could restrain his strength and not let it leak out. Rumble. At this moment, a huge demonic mountain appeared above Gu Fei's head and pressed down on Gu Fei. On the demonic mountain, there were ancient demonic marks faintly visible. One hand covers the sky. Gu Fei roared in rage as he struck out with his heaven-encompassing palm. A gigantic chaotic palm appeared in the sky and slammed towards the devil mountain that was suppressing down on him. Seeing this scene, everyone was incomparably shocked. The chaotic hand unleashed by Gu Fei was much bigger than the demonic mountain that was pressing down from the sky. Boom! The demonic mountain was actually blasted apart by the chaotic hand. Countless demonic marks directly dissipated in the void. Pitch-black dust rose high into the sky. The sky was trembling as if it would collapse at any time. Terrifying energy waves spread in all directions. All the devil experts were stunned by the scene in front of them. Ming Xuan's demonic mountain was actually blasted apart by the black-robed young man with a single palm. How could this be possible? One must know that Ming Xian was a great demon venerable. That demonic mountain was a mountain that was cut off from the real demonic mountain. This mountain was obtained by great demon venerable Ming Xian, and he refined it into a powerful killing weapon of the devil path. Once the demonic mountain was used, it was enough to kill a great demon venerable. But now, this demonic weapon that could kill a great demon venerable was blasted apart by a palm from Gu Fei. Gu Fei's heaven-covering palm was much more powerful than the demonic mountain. Just when Gu Fei blasted the demonic mountain, a demonic shadow suddenly appeared behind Gu Fei. A demonic light was as fast as lightning and directly pierced through the back of Gu Fei's head. Swoosh! In the next moment, Gu Fei's figure suddenly disappeared in the void. It was as if he had instantly blended into the surrounding void. Great Demon Venerable Ming Xian was taken aback. The peerless sword light that he struck out only pierced through the void. It couldn't even touch the opponent's clothes, let alone kill this guy. At this time, all the devil experts who were watching the battle could no longer sense the existence of Gu Fei. Gu Fei seemed to have completely disappeared. Master, Demonic Rock Emperor, and the others were extremely shocked when they saw this. In the next moment, Gu Fei's figure appeared beside Great Demon Venerable Ming Xian. Without hesitation, he directly swept his hand towards Great Demon Venerable Ming Xian. Gu Fei's palm quickly swept across the void. The void shattered and a pitch-black spatial crack appeared in the void. Bang! Great Demon Eminence Ming Xian suddenly turned around and kicked out with his knee. His knee collided with Gu Fei's hand blade, and the two forces collided against each other. Then, the two figures quickly separated. The violent force directly sent Great Demon Venerable Ming Xian flying tens of thousands of feet away. His knee was badly mutilated. But in the next moment, the injury on Great Demon Venerable Ming Xuan's right knee healed. On the other hand, Gu Fei was only sent thousands of feet away by his opponent's force. His right hand was not injured at all. It was just a little numb. What a strong physique! A Great Demon Venerable muttered in the distance. No one knew if he was talking about Gu Fei or Great Demon Venerable Ming Xian. You! Great Demon Venerable Ming Xian was extremely shocked. He had never expected Lin Fan's physique to be so strong that it could actually hurt him. You're only SOSO. If this is all you've got, then you can go to hell. After saying that, Gu Fei took a step forward, pressing his way towards the Great Demon Monarch Ming Xian. An extremely formidable atmosphere of coercion burst out from his body, causing the entire world to shake. Damn it! How dare you look down on me? Great Demon Venerable Mingxian was shocked and furious. This guy was too despicable. He gritted his teeth and bit the tip of his tongue, activating a secret technique of the demonic path. In the next moment, Great Demon Venerable Mingxuan's body emitted a shocking demonic might. Monstrous demonic qi erupted from his body, enveloping the entire void. Mingxian is going all out. These words came from the demon palace in the distant sky. Even if he goes all out, he won't be able to win. In another direction, amidst the endless demonic qi, a stone coffin was floating. Demonic fluctuations were emitted from the stone coffin. Shadow Demon Venerable, who was at the peak of the demon mountain, didn't say anything. He was very quiet. The other great demon venerables didn't think Mingxian would win either because the combat strength that Gu Fei displayed was too strong, far surpassing that of ordinary great demon venerables. At this moment, under the activation of the secret technique of the demonic path, the demonic essence in Mingxuan's body was burning, releasing the strongest demonic energy. The void around him was constantly collapsing. The waves of demonic energy from his body shook the heavens and earth, terrifying to the extreme. Interesting. Seeing this scene, Gu Fei was still very calm, as though he wasn't afraid of the current great demon Venerable Mingxian. Go to hell! Great demon Venerable Mingxian roared and pounced towards Gu Fei. His movement triggered a great destruction, causing the entire void to collapse. Haha, the one who will die will be you. Gu Fei laughed and took a step forward, instantly dodging the great demon Venerable Mingxian. He then grabbed the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's shoulder and threw him away. Boom! With a loud bang, a mountain immediately fell from the sky, causing dust to soar into the sky. At the same time, a demonic figure rushed out from the scattered dust. He then opened his mouth and inhaled. An extremely terrifying devouring power immediately spread out. Gu Fei only felt his body tighten, and he was involuntarily flying towards the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's mouth. Haha, this guy wants to devour me. Chapter 3108. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld displayed a powerful demonic technique. He opened his mouth and inhaled. A heaven-devouring power erupted, as if the entire world was about to be devoured by him. At this time, Gu Fei felt his body tighten. His body flew towards Great Demon Venerable Netherworld involuntarily, and was devoured by him. Haha, I thought you were powerful, but you were still devoured by this Venerable. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld laughed crazily. He was pleasantly surprised that he was able to devour Gu Fei. He immediately sat cross-legged and operated his demonic technique, wanting to refine Gu Fei. What? At this time, Luo Ping and the others, who saw the scene of Gu Fei being devoured, were scared out of their wits. One must know that once Gu Fei died, they would also suffer. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld would never let the people of Mystical Demon Mountain go. Gu Fei is dead. At this time, Mystical Demon Mountain Lord, who hadn't met up with Gu Fei and the others, was standing on a mountain peak in the distance. He saw the scene in the sky, but he was very calm. Because he could sense that the restriction Gu Fei planted in his body hadn't disappeared. In other words, although Gu Fei was devoured by Great Demon Venerable Netherworld, he didn't die. Haha, Gu Fei is still alive this time. In a demonic cloud in the distance, two fellows were sneakily looking in the direction of Great Demon Venerable Netherworld. They were both surprised and delighted. Once Gu Fei died, Mystical Demon Mountain would no longer be a threat. At that time, the Falling Moon Demon Palace would be able to unify the Western Domain and become the overlord of the entire demon world. Of course, this was only a guess, because the forces of the Central Domain also had their eyes on the Western Domain. There was no guarantee that no other foreign domain forces would come to compete with the Falling Moon Demon Palace for the Western Domain's territory. Rumble. At this time, the sound of wind and thunder came from Great Demon Venerable Netherworld's body. He wanted to refine and devour Gu Fei, but he soon discovered that he couldn't refine Gu Fei. How could this be? Great Demon Venerable Mingxian was both startled and angry. At this time, Gu Fei actually sat cross-legged inside his body, then operated Xianqi to resist the devilish power's corrosion. Just play with you, Gu Fei said. At the same time, a sword charm came from his body. 9 sword lights of absolute heaven rushed out from his body and pierced through the surroundings. The 9 sword lights were full of killing power, and each of them could cut down the stars in the sky. However, in this dark void, the 9 sword lights couldn't break through the void. After the 9 sword lights that Gu Fei sent out broke through the layers of devil qi, they finally dissipated into the void. What powerful corrosive magic! Gu Fei couldn't help but be shocked. It should be known that he cultivated the peerless sword scripture created by celestial sovereign Tianju. The power of the celestial extinction sword ray was naturally unquestionable. The corrosive mana here could actually corrode the heavens and sword light. This kind of mana was naturally extraordinary. However, the corrosive mana couldn't hurt Gu Fei at all. At this time, in the burning devil desolate domain, another battle was going on. The power of the 3 boundary steel was erupting, trying to suppress the powerful devil Dao energy in the burning devil desolate domain. The 3 boundary steel was an extreme Dao artifact, but it was incomplete, so it couldn't unleash the ultimate power of an extreme Dao artifact. Of course, the demonic power in the burning devil desolate domain was not a complete extreme demonic power. When the 2 extreme powers collided, the powerful pressure that spread out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain caused the countless creatures outside the desolate domain to be terrified to the extreme. The weaker devil Dao living beings had already retreated far away, but some incomparably powerful great demon venerables didn't retreat. Because this was an extremely rare opportunity. There was actually an extreme Dao artifact suppressing the extreme devil Dao energy in the burning devil desolate domain. In this way, the danger in the burning devil desolate domain was reduced to the minimum. At this time, the supreme power that rushed out from the 3 boundary steel dispersed the demonic clouds that shrouded the sky above the burning devil desolate domain, and the strange demonic blood rain finally stopped. The blood shadows that were wandering on the blood-red ground also disappeared. The blood-red rainwater formed streams on the ground, but very quickly, the blood-red rainwater seeped into the ground and disappeared. The ground of the desolate domain began to emit black gas. It was traces of devil qi, and very quickly, the ground was enveloped by a layer of black devil qi. Swoosh! At this time, the demonic coffin in the distant sky moved. It actually directly rushed into the burning devil desolate domain, and instantly disappeared inside. What? The great leaders of the devil Dao, who were still observing, were shocked when they saw this. Then, they all rode on demonic light and black gas, and rushed into the burning devil desolate domain to fight for the peerless devil treasure. Of course, these great leaders of the devil Dao dared to rush into the burning devil desolate domain because they had something to rely on. Some of the great leaders of the devil Dao directly used the forbidden treasures of the demons. Shadow Demon Sovereign stepped on the Devil Mountain and rushed over. The Devil Mountain under his feet emitted a dazzling devil light, and the huge mountain looked as though it was burning. The shadow of a dragon faintly appeared on the Devil Mountain, and it emitted a supreme devil qi. It was actually able to resist the might of the extreme devil Dao that surged out from the burning devil desolate domain. The other great leaders of the demons also used their trump cards, and it was also because of this that these great leaders of the demons dared to rush into the burning devil desolate domain to fight for the peerless devil treasure. Very quickly, the great leaders of the demons started fighting for the peerless devil treasure. The might of the powerful forbidden treasures exploded, and it was as though the extreme devil ancestor had appeared in the burning devil desolate domain. The great leaders of the demons used their extreme devil qi. Just when the great leaders of the demons did not hesitate to use their forbidden treasures to fight in the burning devil desolate domain, in the sky outside the desolate domain, a demon palace faintly appeared in the boundless devil qi. That was the temporary imperial residence of the fallen Moon Demon Palace's Moon Demon. The Moon Demon didn't seem to be in a hurry. She continued to observe and let those fellows fight for the peerless devil treasure first. Of course, the Moon Demon wasn't the only one who had such an idea. In the other directions, there were also powerful auras surging out. Some great leaders of the demons also didn't make a move. However, at this moment, the battle between Gu Fei and the great demon Venerable Mingxian had reached a crucial moment. The body of Gu Fei, who was swallowed by the great demon Venerable Mingxian, began to emit a tyrannical energy wave. The chaotic energy was vast, and the pitch-black void was constantly trembling. 9 primal chaos Dao patterns emerged on Gu Fei's body. "Open for me!" Gu Fei, who was sitting cross-legged in the void, roared. The chaotic energy in his body suddenly erupted, and the void was crumbling. 9 primal chaos Dao patterns were imprinted in all directions. The void around Gu Fei's body was immediately destroyed. At the same time, the body of the great demon Venerable Mingxian, who was sitting cross-legged in the sky, suddenly trembled. Demonic light radiated from his body like a ball of burning demonic fire. Countless demonic patterns emerged and intertwined on his body, forming a demonic diagram that sealed his body. The power emitted by the demonic diagram even directly obliterated Gu Fei's body. However, all of this was futile. Gu Fei's power was out of control. He stood up from the pitch-black void inside the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's body and directly displayed the heaven-covering palm. A huge chaos hand appeared in the pitch-black void, and the endless Devil Dao's heaven-covering palm was forcibly broken apart. "Roar!" The Mingxian demon exalt roared out furiously. His demonic body had actually swelled up like an inflated sack from the extremely powerful chaotic force that had erupted from within him. The nearby great demon leaders were incomparably shocked to see this scene. One should know that the great demon Venerable Mingxian was definitely not a weakling. He was an expert among the great demon venerables. Rumble! A thunderous sound came from the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's body. Cracks actually appeared on his swollen demonic body, and demonic blood seeped out from the cracks. All the great demon leaders were extremely shocked to see this scene. It was really unbelievable that the black-clothed young man was actually so powerful. Could it be that he could explode the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's demonic body? Luo Ping and the others, who had already retreated far away, were all dumbfounded when they saw this scene. Not only did their master not die, but he even made the great demon Venerable into such a miserable state. "Master won't die so easily," said the demonic Rock Emperor. He was very confident in Gu Fei. It should be known that his master even had an extreme Dao artifact. Naturally, he was not afraid of the great demon Venerable Mingxian. In fact, the most important thing was that Gu Fei had once defeated Man Nmo, who cultivated the invincible demon body. Even Man Nmo, who cultivated the invincible demon body, was not a match for Gu Fei. Even if the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's cultivation was higher than Man Nmo, it would still be difficult for him to kill Gu Fei in an instant. Because it was very unrealistic. Just when the demonic Rock Emperor and the others were inexplicably shocked, the great demon Venerable Mingxian suddenly roared. Then, with a boom sound, the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's demonic body actually exploded and turned into a mass of blood mist. A large chaotic hand directly slapped out of the blood mist, rushed up to the sky, and then dissipated in the void. At the same time, a figure directly broke through the layers of blood mist and walked out of the void. That person was Gu Fei, who had been swallowed into the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's body. When he saw Gu Fei appear again, the demonic Rock Emperor was the most excited. It should be known that the demonic Rock Emperor was relying on Gu Fei, not Mystic Demon Mountain Master. If Gu Fei died, the demonic Rock Emperor would definitely not have a good ending. He and those guys from Mystic Demon Mountain didn't like each other. However, as long as Gu Fei was alive, those guys from Mystic Demon Mountain wouldn't dare to do anything to him. At this time, the mass of blood mist rolled and quickly gathered together. A demonic figure appeared in the blood mist. The great demon Venerable Mingxian once again appeared in the world. "You are too weak." Gu Fei looked at the peerless great demon Venerable Mingxian, who was staring at him fiercely, and said with a faint smile, "What?" The great demon Venerable Mingxian almost fainted when he heard this. This guy actually said that he was too weak. Who did he think he was? Extreme Demon Ancestor? Chapter 3109. From Gu Fei's point of view, the great demon's sovereign eminence was really weak. If he wanted to kill this guy, it would naturally be a piece of cake. However, he wanted to play with him first. Kill! The great demon's sovereign eminence was enraged. He had never been looked down upon like this before. He directly turned into a terrifying demonic beast and pounced towards Gu Fei fiercely. It was a demonic beast as huge as a mountain. It had the body of a dragon, but there was a pair of blood-colored bone wings on its back. There were no horns on its ferocious head, but its mouth and eyes were spitting out demonic light. This was the first time Gu Fei had seen such a demonic beast. Blood-winged demonic dragon. This name popped up in Gu Fei's mind. He had read the memories of Crazy Mo's primordial spirit before, so he knew many things about the Chaos Fiend realm. The blood-winged demonic dragon was a powerful race among the demons, and the great demon's sovereign eminence was one of the experts of this race. Gu Fei had thoroughly infuriated the great demon's sovereign Mingxian, causing the great demon's sovereign to reveal his true form. The mountainous blood-winged demonic dragon opened its mouth and spat out a stream of demonic fire at Gu Fei. Boom! A ball of demonic fire exploded, instantly enveloping Gu Fei. Under the envelopment of the demonic fire, the void was silently annihilated. This demonic fire was very domineering, as if it could burn everything in the world. Even a great demon sovereign would be half dead if he was enveloped by this demonic fire. I'll burn you to death, you bastard! The blood-winged demonic dragon roared. It seemed to have fallen into a state of madness. At the same time, 12 blood-colored bone spikes shot out from its blood-colored bone wings. Each bone spike turned into a blood-colored demonic rainbow, directly piercing towards Gu Fei in the demonic fire. At this time, Gu Fei stood in the demonic fire. The chaotic divine shield protected his body, blocking the demonic fire that could annihilate the void outside his body. In the next moment, the 12 blood-red beams directly broke through the demonic flames and pierced towards Gu Fei. The 12 bone spurs displayed their strongest power. This was Great Demon Venerable Netherworld's killer move. No one had ever forced Great Demon Venerable Netherworld to use his 12 bone spurs to kill an enemy. This was the first time. However, when the 12 bone spurs pierced Gu Fei's protective chaotic divine light, they were all blown away. They failed to break through the layer of chaotic divine light around Gu Fei's body. Shua! At this moment, Gu Fei used the 8 desolation steps and instantly disappeared into the void. When he reappeared, he was already outside of the area enveloped by the demonic flames. Rumble! Gu Fei directly stretched out his hand, and a large chaotic hand immediately appeared in the void. It descended from the sky and with a boom, it directly hit the body of the huge blood-winged demonic dragon. The blood-winged demonic dragon let out a blood-curdling shriek. It was directly smashed from the sky by the large chaotic hand that descended from the sky. With a boom, it directly smashed a mountain below and directly smashed into the ground. Rumble! The ground shook violently, and dust rose high into the sky. It was as if doomsday had arrived. It was extremely terrifying. The ground kept collapsing, and in an instant, a huge pit appeared on the ground. However, this scene of destruction shocked all the experts of the demons who saw this scene. It was really unbelievable that someone could actually defeat Great Demon Venerable Netherworld so easily. There was no doubt that Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was powerful. Especially the blood-winged demonic dragon clan behind Great Demon Venerable Netherworld. This clan was definitely one of the most powerful demons in the central region, or even the entire chaotic demon world. This clan did not only have one great demon Venerable Netherworld. There was also a super antique in this clan who had lived for countless years. The ancestor of the blood-winged demonic dragon clan had even lived through the darkest period of the chaotic demon world. With that super antique in charge of the blood-winged demonic dragon clan, naturally, no other forces dared to touch this clan. Thus, the blood-winged demonic dragon clan had been passed down to this day. Roar! A furious roar came from the ground, and a terrifying demonic aura erupted. The entire ground trembled, and the void collapsed, forming pitch-black cracks in the void. The mighty power of the demonic path caused the earth to undulate violently like waves. Mountains collapsed, and the dark cracks on the ground spread into the distance. The scene of destruction reappeared. Just as the ground shook and dust filled the sky, a demonic shadow broke through the soil and rocks, shooting up into the sky. Swoosh! There was a flash of blood-red light, and the 12 demonic rainbows flew out of nowhere, piercing towards Gufei. At this time, there was still a ball of demonic fire burning in the sky. It would not be extinguished, as it was the source of demonic fire in the blood-winged demonic dragon's body. The demonic dragon opened its mouth and inhaled. The burning ball of demonic fire immediately flew back to the demonic dragon and was swallowed. At this time, Gufei used his hand as a sword and used the 9 heaven-punishing swords. The 12 blood-red bone spurs piercing towards him were all cut in half, and they fell from the sky. The demonic patterns within the bone spurs were also destroyed, and the powerful bone weapons were destroyed just like that. Even some of the great demon venerables felt their hearts ache when they saw this. It should be noted that the 12 bone spurs were bone weapons that great demon venerable Netherworld had refined for countless years, and they were very powerful. You! Great demon venerable Netherworld was shocked. This opponent was ridiculously strong. It seemed that he had no choice but to use his final trump card. If you have any skills, hurry up and use them. Otherwise, you won't have a chance anymore. Gufei looked at the huge blood-winged demonic dragon in front of him contemptuously. Master will definitely win. At this time, the demonic rock emperor, who saw this scene from afar, was extremely excited. The stronger Gufei was, the more advantageous it would be for him. It did not seem to be a bad thing to be able to follow such a powerful master. Of course, not everyone had the same idea as him, because once Gufei died, they would be free. However, this seemed impossible. I'll die with you! The blood-winged demonic dragon roared and directly rushed towards Gufei. Dazzling demonic fire erupted from its entire body, burning from the inside out. This demonic beast was burning its own demonic aura, as if it really wanted to die with Gufei. Ha! It's not up to you to die with me. It's better for you to die by yourself. Gufei laughed and said. Then, a wave of power that was so powerful that it made the blood-winged demonic dragon's heart tremble erupted from his body. What? You! The blood-winged demonic dragon could not help but be shocked. It realized that this black-clothed young man was still holding back and had not used his full strength. Chapter 31:10. Gufei's strength had far exceeded Great Demon Venerable Netherworld's expectation. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld wasn't Gufei's opponent at all. He was completely suppressed by Gufei. However, Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was an expert of the blood-winged demonic dragon clan after all. He had many trump cards. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was risking his life. If he didn't use his last trump card, he wouldn't have another chance to use it. Therefore, a demonic tool flew out from Great Demon Venerable Netherworld's body, emitting endless demonic might. It was a demonic jar without a lid. This demonic jar looked very ordinary, but it wasn't ordinary at the moment. This demonic jar was actually swallowing the world. A large area of the void was being swallowed by the demonic jar. This was a shocking scene. The void was collapsing and being destroyed as it was being swallowed by the demonic jar. What? This thing is actually in the hands of the blood-winged demonic dragon clan? In the distant sky, a leader of the demons exclaimed. Obviously, this leader of the demons had recognized the demonic jar. Heaven-devouring demonic jar! A leader of the demons muttered to himself. The heaven-devouring demonic jar was a famous demonic tool in the primal chaos demonic world. Moreover, it was an extreme demonic tool. Once this extreme demonic tool appeared, the world would change color. It was extremely terrifying. Even the leaders of the demons had to flee far away. Some demons who couldn't flee in time screamed and flew towards the demonic jar, getting swallowed by it. Even Gufei was no exception. He couldn't help but fly towards the demonic jar in the sky. A large area of the void was collapsing and being annihilated. Then, it was swallowed by the demonic jar. Seeing this scene, mysterious demon mountain lord couldn't help but reveal a cold smile on his face. Master! At this time, demonic rock emperor had a bitter look on his face. He had never thought that great demon Venerable Netherworld would have such a heaven-defying demonic tool like the heaven-devouring demonic jar. The heaven-devouring demonic jar was a famous extreme demonic tool in the primal chaos demonic world. However, it had been lost for countless years. Nobody would have thought that this demonic jar was actually in the hands of the blood-winged demonic dragon clan. However, this magic jar was incomplete. Only the body of the jar was missing a lid. The separation of the devil jar and the devil lid greatly reduced the power of this extreme path devil tool. But even so, the power of the heaven-devouring devil jar was countless times stronger than the devil tools refined by the great demon Venerables. There was no comparison between the two. Without any suspense, Gu Fei was directly swallowed by the heaven-devouring demonic jar. "Haha, I asked you to be arrogant." "What, you can't be arrogant now?" Great demon Venerable Ming Xian madly laughed. At this time, he also felt exhausted. The demonic fire on his body began to gradually extinguish. The reason why he was burning his demonic essence was because he was activating the heaven-devouring demonic jar. People would think that he was burning his devil essence to fight with Gu Fei. Of course, to a certain extent, Great Demon Venerable Nethermystery was actually risking his life. The heaven-devouring demonic jar was his final trump card. If he still couldn't kill Gu Fei, then he would be the one to die. Rumble! The heaven-devouring demonic jar was shaking. Endless demonic energy surged. Ancient demonic runes appeared on the surface of the jar. Great Demon Venerable Nethermystery wanted to activate the heaven-devouring demonic jar to refine Gu Fei. At this time, Gu Fei entered a pitch-black void. There was nothing here. Not even light could exist. Buzz! In the next moment, a black saber flew out from his body and fell into his hand. A powerful force immediately burst out from the black saber and enveloped Gu Fei. "Extreme Path Dao Tool!" A voice resounded. Then, a figure walked out from the endless darkness of the void. It was a black-robed youth. This black-robed youth didn't have a trace of demonic energy on his body. Devil Tool Spirit! Gu Fei couldn't help but be shocked when he saw this black-robed youth. He didn't expect this devil tool to have an artifact spirit. Could it be a complete extreme path demon tool? This was definitely not a good thing for Gu Fei. It should be known that an extreme path demon tool with a devil tool spirit could compete with an extreme path Dao tool. Facing a devil tool with a devil tool spirit was simply facing an extreme path demon ancestor. Peerless ominous saber. I didn't expect to see my old opponent again. The black-robed youth looked at the black saber in Gu Fei's hand and suddenly smiled strangely. His blood-red eyes flickered with a sharp light. "What did you say?" Gu Fei couldn't help but be moved when he heard this. "The outcome of the battle back then was not decided. Since we meet again today, let's fight again." The black-robed youth ignored Gu Fei. He only stared at the black saber in Gu Fei's hand and said, seeing that he was actually ignored by the devil tool spirit, Gu Fei couldn't help smiling bitterly. He then shook his head helplessly. This was the first time he was ignored by the other party. Of course, the devil tool spirit was indeed qualified to ignore him. At this time, a dragon shadow appeared on the black saber in Gu Fei's hand. That dragon shadow turned into a human figure and stood in front of Gu Fei with its back facing Gu Fei. "Humph! Heaven Sure Lao has already been killed. How can you say that the outcome of the battle was not decided?" The peerless ominous saber's saber spirit said coldly. "He is him, I am me," the black-robed youth said disapprovingly. "Since that's the case, let's fight." After saying that, the peerless ominous saber's saber spirit immediately took a step forward and attacked the black-robed youth. The resplendent saber light directly broke this pitch-black world. The black-robed youth went up to meet it. The two figures moved quickly and started fighting in this endless Hei Tian land. Gu Fei was incomparably shocked when he saw this scene. The two artifact spirits were actually fighting. This was simply a battle between extreme supremes. Being able to witness such a battle was a good thing for Gu Fei. Rumble. The entire Haitian land shook as the terrifying might of the extreme Tao burst out. The two artifact spirits were fighting without any scruples. However, this was the inner world of the heaven-devouring evil jar after all. The void was extremely stable. Even the peerless ominous saber's artifact spirit couldn't tear the void here. This was a battle between artifact spirits. The heaven-devouring evil jar was still sealing this part of the world, while the black saber in Gu Fei's hand was protecting Gu Fei. In this way, the power of the heaven-devouring evil jar naturally couldn't hurt Gu Fei at all. This allowed him to watch this battle with peace of mind. This was a different kind of battle. The two extreme supremes were fighting and displaying their ultimate profoundness. Being able to watch this battle was also a great inspiration for Gu Fei. His cultivation had already reached the quasi-supreme's realm. If he could comprehend something from this battle, it would be very helpful for him on the path to supremes. Chapter 31:11. Inside the heaven-devouring demon jar, the demon spirit of the jar and the saber soul of the peerless ominous saber were fighting. This was a different kind of battle, a battle between two extreme Daos. Terrifying energy spread out, causing the entire heaven-devouring demon jar to tremble. It was incomparably terrifying. If it wasn't for the power of the peerless ominous saber protecting him, Gu Fei wouldn't even be able to withstand a single strand of extreme Daos. A single strand of extreme Daos was enough to crush the heavens and earth. Gu Fei was only a quasi-sovereign, not a true sovereign. No one knew better than him how terrifying the might of a sovereign was, because he had seen the power and terror of a sovereign more than once. The saber soul of the peerless ominous saber was extremely ferocious. It was the most ferocious divine weapon in the world. The figure formed by the saber soul displayed a terrifying combat strength that could dominate the 9 heavens and 10 earths, sending the black-robed young man flying. The peerless ominous saber is indeed ferocious, the black-robed young man coldly said, then directly rushed forward, opening his mouth to devour the figure formed by the saber soul of the peerless ominous saber. This was his territory. This suction force seemed to be able to devour the entire heavens and earth. Even Gu Fei felt the force pulling him. However, at this moment, the peerless ominous saber in Gu Fei's hand erupted with an even more powerful extreme Daos, protecting him within it. No matter how strong the suction force was, he remained unmoving like a mountain. Humph! The saber soul of the peerless ominous saber coldly snorted. He stretched out his hand, and a huge dragon claw appeared in the void, slapping towards the black-robed young man. The extreme Daos erupted, and the dragon claw blocked the heaven-devouring force. At the same time, the black-robed young man's figure disappeared in the void. In the next moment, he silently appeared behind the saber soul. Bang! The black-robed young man directly slapped the peerless and domineering figure away. Kill! The black-robed young man roared, and once again disappeared in the void. This was his territory, he was the ruler here. Even the peerless ominous saber would be suppressed. Roar! At this moment, the peerless figure suddenly roared angrily. An invisible sound wave instantly spread out. Then, a transparent human-shaped ripple appeared in the void. Boom! Without any hesitation, that peerless figure threw a punch at that figure. This was an incomparably domineering killing technique of the dragon race. Its power was violent to the extreme. The figure hidden in the void was immediately blasted out by the peerless figure's punch. In front of me, no one can hide from me! The ferocious figure roared. In the next moment, he turned into a dazzling blade light and slashed at the black-robed youth who had just fallen out of the void. This was the extreme Tao of saber light. Its might was unimaginable. Wherever the saber light passed, it actually left behind a spatial crack in the pitch-black void. At the same time, in the outside world, a crack appeared on the wall of the huge heaven-devouring devil jar. However, the crack disappeared in an instant. The aura of the extreme Tao was vast and mighty. No one could get close to the heaven-devouring devil jar. Naturally, no one could see the crack that appeared and disappeared in the blink of an eye. After the heaven-devouring devil jar appeared, all the experts of the demons retreated immediately. Even the leaders of the demons were nowhere to be seen. At this moment, a huge battle broke out in the burning demon desolate domain. The aura of the extreme Tao of demonic weapons spread out. Some of the leaders of the demons had brought the extreme Tao of demonic weapons over. As for the great demon Venerable Mingxian, he was nowhere to be seen. Originally, he was using all his strength to activate the heaven-devouring devil jar. However, at this moment, the heaven-devouring devil jar automatically activated. At this moment, in a mountain range tens of thousands of miles away from the heaven-devouring devil jar, two leaders of the demon Tao were confronting each other. "Black Demon Mountain Lord, where do you think you're going?" In the sky above the mountain range, a powerful demonic shadow was speaking. Terrifying demonic might erupted from his body, causing all the living creatures in the mountain range to be terrified to the extreme. In front of this demonic shadow was the Black Demon Mountain Lord. "Mingxian, I think you're really tired of living." The Black Demon Mountain Lord stared at the demonic shadow in front of him. A ray of light flashed in the depths of his blood-red eyes. This guy actually dared to chase after him. He was simply courting death. When Mingxian was fighting with Gu Fei, he was repeatedly injured by Gu Fei. He suffered a great impact, and even burned his demonic source energy. In this way, Mingxuan's vitality was naturally greatly damaged. On the other hand, the Black Demon Mountain Lord still maintained his peak state. Under such circumstances, the Black Demon Mountain Lord was no longer afraid of the experts of the Bloodwing Demon Dragon clan. "Haha, you're the one who's tired of living. Let me send you on your way." The great demon Venerable Mingxian grinned as he stared at the Black Demon Mountain Lord and said. At this time, in the distant sky, two guys were looking at the Black Demon Mountain Lord. These two guys were Lu Mo and Mo Kui. It had to be said that these two jinxes were quite lucky. When the great battle broke out, these two guys once again ran away in advance. Great Demon Eminence Mingxian took a step forward and directly attacked the Black Demon Mountain Lord. A shocking murderous aura immediately erupted from his body. Without saying too much, the Black Demon Mountain Lord and Great Demon Eminence Mingxian started fighting. This was a great battle between Great Demon Eminences. Terrifying demonic might spread out, causing the mountains to shake. High in the sky, two figures were moving at high speed. From time to time, the sky would crack and crack in the dark space. Fight, fight. It's best if both of them suffer. In the distant sky, Lu Mo and Mo Kui, who were hiding in the clouds, were nervously watching the battle in front of them. They couldn't wait for Great Demon Eminence Mingxian to kill the Black Demon Mountain Lord. However, the Black Demon Mountain Lord was full of energy. After all, Great Demon Eminence Mingxian was injured in the battle with Gu Fei. It was impossible for Great Demon Eminence Mingxian to defeat the Black Demon Mountain Lord in a short time. At this time, high in the sky outside the burning demon desolate domain, the heaven-devouring demon jar was shaking. The mouth of the jar was constantly swallowing and spitting demonic light, as if something was about to rush out of the jar. The ominous saber was incomparably ferocious. It was the most ferocious extreme Tao tool since ancient times. The great battle in the heaven-devouring demon jar had reached its most crucial moment. The ominous saber's saber soul, which had turned into a tyrannical figure, kept forcing the black-clothed youngster to retreat. It was extremely powerful. "Humph, you dare to challenge me with a damaged extreme Tao tool? You really don't know the meaning of death." As the middle-aged man formed by the ominous saber's saber soul spoke, he sent the black-clothed youngster flying again. Chapter 31:12. The heaven-devouring demon jar was flawed, but the peerless ominous saber was flawless. In this case, the heaven-devouring demon jar was no match for the peerless ominous saber. Boom! In the space inside the sky-devouring demonic jar, there was a loud bang. The middle-aged expert who had evolved from the peerless ominous blade directly sent the black-robed youth flying. Preposterous! The black-clothed youth was both shocked and angry. The battle prowess of this sworn enemy had reached such a level. Wasn't this guy cut in half in that battle in the distant past? Even if it was repaired, its vitality would be greatly damaged. However, the devil spirit of the heaven-devouring demon jar did not feel any damage to the vitality of the peerless ominous saber. After a supreme Tao artifact was damaged, it was very difficult to repair it. Otherwise, the heaven-devouring demonic jar would not have dared to directly devour the peerless ominous saber. "You think I've suffered a heavy injury and won't be able to recover?" said the middle-aged man disdainfully. An extremely overbearing aura burst out from his body. This was the might of the extreme Tao. The entire space within the heaven-devouring demonic jar shook as though it was about to collapse. "How is this possible?" The black-clothed youngster spoke, finding this hard to believe. One has to understand that in the distant past, he was also seriously injured. The demonic jar's lid had disappeared without a trace. He lacked a part of his demon spirit, which was why he was suppressed by the saber soul of the peerless ominous saber. "Nothing is impossible," the middle-aged man spoke. He was a saber soul, and the figure he was currently in was the appearance of his former master. The master of the exceptionally ominous saber was definitely an extreme supreme being. The owner of the sky-devouring demon jar was also a supreme demon ancestor. This extreme path demon ancestor was the heaven-devouring demon ancestor. His name once shook the 9 heavens and 10 earths, but he still fell in that battle. Even the heaven-devouring demon jar was lost. It was the same for the owner of the peerless ominous saber. He fell in that battle. In that battle, the owner of the peerless ominous saber went berserk. God knows how many big shots of the demons he killed. In the end, even the peerless ominous saber was broken into 2. The heaven-devouring evil lord had died under the blade of this peerless blade. Therefore, the peerless ominous blade and the devil's pot had been enemies for countless years. Gu Fei watched the battle from the side and knew quite a few secrets of the world. That battle back then was absolutely earth-shattering. Perhaps even the 9 heavens and 10 earths were affected. Rumble! The black-robed youngster's body erupted with the most powerful fluctuations of demonic power. The power of the entire heaven-devouring demonic jar erupted, and endless demonic power began to crazily gather towards the black-robed youngster. The black-robed youngster's body erupted with an unprecedented demonic might. The power of the entire heaven-devouring demonic jar seemed to gather on the black-robed youngster's body. "Ha ha, are you going to risk your life now?" the middle-aged man said with a loud laugh. His body also burst out with extreme power. A dragon shadow appeared on his body. At the same time, the ominous saber in Gu Fei's hand was also vibrating. 9 dragon-shaped Tao patterns rushed out from the ominous saber and entered his body. "Back then, I killed your master. Today, I will kill you," the middle-aged man said in a deep voice. "Is that so? Come on then," the black-robed youth said angrily. "You go out first," the middle-aged man suddenly said to Gu Fei. After that, he waved his right hand and a spatial crack appeared in this pitch-black world. Gu Fei only felt the ominous saber in his hand suddenly vibrating. After that, he was pulled out of the spatial crack by the ominous saber. The ominous saber pulled Gu Fei and instantly left the burning devil desolate domain. At this moment, the saber's soul of the ominous saber and the devil spirit of the heaven-devouring demonic jar began their battle. No one was fortunate enough to witness this battle. Because in the region where the heaven-devouring demonic jar was located, all the laws of heaven and earth were in a mess. The aura of the extreme Tao was vast and mighty, causing the heavens and earth to tremble. No one was able to spy on what was happening inside. Not even Gu Fei could. In the end, the entire region where the heaven-devouring demonic jar was located collapsed. Even the burning devil desolate domain was affected. The heaven-devouring demonic jar shattered and a ball of devil light shot up into the sky, disappearing into the depths of the firmament. A silhouette stepped out from the chaotic space and instantly appeared in front of Gu Fei. After that, a finger tapped on the center of Gu Fei's brows. Gu Fei only felt a powerful divine sense entering his mind. After that, many things appeared in his mind. In the next moment, That silhouette turned into a beam of divine light and disappeared into the ominous saber. I won! Gu Fei was both surprised and happy. The saber soul of the ominous saber had returned. However, he could feel that the saber's soul had become extremely weak, as though it had suffered a heavy injury. At this moment, another beam of divine light appeared in the distant sky. An ancient tablet was flying towards Gu Fei. In an instant, it arrived in front of Gu Fei. Gu Fei was delighted to see this ancient tablet. The three boundaries tablet had also returned. Boom! At this moment, a loud sound was heard from the direction of the burning devil desolate domain. After that, a beam of brilliant devil light shot up into the sky. An extremely terrifying demonic power spread out. In the devil light, a demonic shadow appeared indistinctly, as though the extreme demon lord had descended. It was an illusory figure. It was not the true birth of the extreme demon ancestor. It was a demonic figure that was emitted from an item. It was an eyeball, a blood-colored eyeball. The blood-colored eyeball had extreme demon patterns intertwining on it. The terrifying devil light that it emitted seemed to be able to melt everything. It was an annihilation demon eye. Around the demon eye, there were two leaders of the demons who were swept by the devil light emitted from the demon eye. They immediately turned into a ball of blood mist. Their demonic souls were directly devoured by the demon eye. What? Upon seeing this, the other leaders of the demons immediately retreated. The two forbidden weapons that were shown by the devil light from the demon eye lost their demonic nature instantly. They turned into dust and dissipated in the void. The power displayed by the demon eye made all the leaders of the demons shudder. One should know that it was a forbidden weapon that could unleash an extremely powerful attack. However, the incomparably powerful forbidden weapon was unable to withstand a single blow from this demonic eye. An eye of the extreme demon lord? Someone exclaimed. It was unbelievable that the peerless demon treasure in the burning devil desolate domain was actually an eye that belonged to the extreme demon lord. Although it had been countless years, the eye still maintained its vitality, and had a terrifying annihilation divine power. As long as one was swept by the eye, one would turn into a ball of blood mist, and his divine soul would be sucked away by the demon eye. This demonic eye was simply too strange. Swoosh! At this moment, the demon eye looked in the direction where Gu Fei was. A beam of devil light swept towards Gu Fei. Buzz! Chapter 31:13. No one expected that the peerless demonic treasure in the burning devil desolate domain was actually a demonic eye. When the demonic eye appeared, it scanned all directions. Immediately, some of the demons were hit by the demonic light emitted by the demonic eye and turned into a mist of blood. What made the demons' hearts palpitate was that even the powerful forbidden tools could not resist the demonic light emitted by the demonic eye. The demons who dared to barge into the burning devil desolate domain naturally had forbidden tools to protect themselves. Some of the demons even brought extreme demonic tools. However, the forbidden tools could not protect those demons. The eerie demonic eye emitted a terrifying demonic light of annihilation. As long as they were hit by the demonic light, even the powerful forbidden tools would instantly turn into dust. The demons would turn into a mist of blood and their divine souls would be devoured by the demonic eye. This was the destruction of both body and soul. For cultivators, this was the most thorough way to die. It was impossible for them to even cultivate the ghost Tao. Those demons immediately avoided it as if it was the plague. They did not dare to approach the eerie demonic eye. Blood was still dripping from the demonic eye. That was the extreme demonic blood. Every drop could kill a great demon Venerable. The blood would not be lost because after the demonic blood dripped onto the demonic eye, it would instantly turn into a mist of blood and be devoured by the demonic eye again. It was hard to imagine that a demonic eye could easily kill a great demon Venerable who possessed a forbidden tool. If the owner of the demonic eye were to descend, wouldn't he be invincible in the 9 heavens and 10 earths? At that moment, the demonic eye discovered Gu Fei. It immediately emitted a demonic light and scanned Gu Fei. Seeing the demonic eye looking at him, Gu Fei was shocked. That demonic eye was definitely the demonic eye of a great demon Venerable. Gu Fei knew that he was definitely not a match for the demonic eye. Fortunately, the Three Boundaries Monument was right in front of him. The Three Boundaries Monument trembled and a mass of 3 realms divine light rushed out from it. It instantly enveloped him. Buzz! The demonic light that rushed out from the demonic eye swept across in an instant, directly sweeping across the divine light of the 3 realms. The divine light of the 3 realms that enveloped Gu Fei immediately shook violently, as if it could collapse at any time. So powerful! Gu Fei couldn't help but be moved. He directly retreated into the distance. This demonic eye was too strange, and he didn't know anything about it at all. He wasn't a reckless person, and planning before acting was his style. However, it was not up to Gu Fei to retreat at this moment. Shwa! A dazzling demonic light suddenly erupted from the demonic eye, and then it directly tore through the void and rushed towards Gu Fei. Above the demonic eye, there was a demonic shadow that made everyone's hearts palpitate. A monstrous demonic aura rushed out from the demonic eye, and the entire world darkened. Within the demonic aura, there seemed to be countless demonic shadows faintly discernible. It was extremely terrifying. Even with the power of the Three Boundaries Monument protecting him, Gu Fei still felt that his soul was trembling. In front of the extreme demonic might, he was as weak and helpless as an ant. This was the terror of the extreme demonic might. Even though Gu Fei was already a quasi-supreme, he was still not a supreme. In front of a supreme, he was still an ant. Just as Gu Fei was panicking, it was as if he had been attacked by the extreme demonic might. The peerless ominous saber in his hand and the Three Boundaries Monument floating in front of him began to shake. A powerful aura of the extreme Tao erupted from the 2 great Tao weapons. A terrifying pressure instantly enveloped the entire world, causing all living creatures to be extremely terrified. This pressure was boundless, and all living creatures in the chaos demonic world felt this aura of the extreme Tao. Countless demons in the chaos demonic world were alarmed. This time, the extreme demonic might appeared in a certain region of the chaos demonic world. However, at this time, Gu Fei could not care so much. The terrifying demon eye had already arrived. He was extremely nervous. If the peerless ominous saber and the Three Boundaries Monument could not stop this demon eye, then he would die. Just as the demon eye arrived, a dragon's roar came from the black saber in Gu Fei's hand. Then, an extremely domineering dragon's shadow rushed out from the black saber and pounced towards the demon eye. The demon eye instantly disappeared into the void. However, in the next moment, the demon eye appeared less than 3 meters away from Gu Fei. It was staring at Gu Fei, who was enveloped by the Three Boundaries divine light. What? Gu Fei was shocked. When his gaze met the demon eye's gaze, his consciousness immediately became muddled. There seemed to be something inside the demon eye that was attracting him. His mind and even his spiritual soul felt like it was about to leave his body and be sucked in by the demon eye. Wake up. At this time, a loud shout sounded in Gu Fei's mind. The power of the Great Path exploded. The voice was like the evening drum and morning bell, pulling Gu Fei back from his daze. After Gu Fei came back to his senses, he could not help but break out in a cold sweat. He hurriedly lowered his head and did not dare to look at the demon eye again. This demon eye was indeed extremely strange. Just by looking at it, he almost fell for it. This made Gu Fei inexplicably shocked. It was really dangerous just now. If it was not for the divine sound of the great path that came from the peerless ominous saber, his spiritual soul would have been taken away by this demon eye. I am waiting here. How can I let you do as you please? The dragon shadow that rushed out from the peerless ominous saber turned into a middle-aged man. The middle-aged man stretched out his hand and directly grabbed at the demon eye. Swoosh! The demon eye seemed to have some misgivings and directly disappeared into the void. In the next moment, it appeared thousands of feet away. At this time, a divine light rushed out from the Three Boundary Monument and pierced towards the demon eye. The power of the extreme path was vast and mighty. That devil eye disappeared once again. This time, the devil eye completely disappeared without a trace. The devil might of the extreme Tao also disappeared along with it. All the demons in the surrounding area heaved a sigh of relief. The middle-aged man formed by the peerless ominous saber rushed back and merged into the black saber in Gu Fei's hand. Then, the three-boundary monument directly wrapped around Gu Fei and soared into the sky. In an instant, it was far away. At this time, the Devil Rock Emperor and the others had already disappeared. As for the master of the mystic demon mountain, he was fighting with the great demon Venerable Netherworld. Two figures moved quickly in the sky above the mountain. The dull sound of collision was like muffled thunder. The entire void was constantly shaken by the demonic power that erupted from these two figures. Master of the mystic demon mountain, this guy. In the clouds in the distant sky, two demonic figures were hiding there, peeping at the battlefield. These two guys were the two big bad guys, the Star Willow Demon and the Devil King. Chapter 31:14. Boom! The demon mountain collapsed. Two figures rushed out from the dust and rubble. Powerful demonic aura spread in all directions. Kill! As the two demon race powerhouses fought to the death, a series of demonic blades shot out from one of the demon race's bodies and slashed at the other demon race's shadow. This was the killer move of the mystical demon mountain. The leader of the demon mountain was mystical demon mountain's lord because the demonic light blades were demonic blades of the void. Mystical demon mountain mainly cultivated the great Tao of the void. Great Tao essence constantly rushed out from the void and was directly absorbed by mystical demon mountain's lord. He seemed to have become one with the surrounding void, absorbing the power of the void for his own use. Humph! Great demon eminence Mingxian sneered. He then opened his mouth and sucked in the countless demonic blades of the void that were slashing towards him. Great demon eminence Mingxian was a blood-winged demon dragon. He cultivated the devouring sky demonic art. When he opened his mouth and inhaled, he could devour the entire world, displaying a terrifying power. What? Mystical demon mountain's lord couldn't help but be shocked. Although great demon eminence Mingxian was injured in the battle with Gu Fei, his combat strength was still extremely strong. He could fight with mystical demon mountain's lord endlessly. 9 transformations of the mystical demon. The first transformation frightens ghosts and gods. Mystical demon mountain's lord directly displayed the killer move of mystical demon mountain. A terrifying demonic power erupted from his body. This was the strongest killer move of mystical demon mountain. 9 demonic lights rushed out from his body and pierced towards great demon eminence Mingxian. When the great demon Venerable Mingxian saw this, his blood-colored pupils immediately shrank. In the next moment, 2 blood-colored bone wings emerged from his back. The blood-colored bone wings flapped. A clanging sound immediately came from great demon eminence Mingxuan's back. Several blood-colored demonic lights rushed out from the 2 bone wings. The 9 streaks of crimson devilish light exuded a terrifying aura that struck fear into the hearts of all devilish beings. Boom! The 9 beams of demonic light shot out by profound demon mountain lord collided with the blood-red demonic light that rushed out of great demon eminence nether mystery's bony wings. 2 powerful demonic powers burst out, causing the void to explode. A pitch-black hole appeared in the void, which was filled with extremely chaotic chi. Second transformation, Sky Shatter! Mysterious demon mountain lord no longer held back his strength. He directly displayed the second transformation of the mysterious demon 9 transformations. A shocking murderous aura immediately erupted from his body. Then, a strange wave instantly spread out from Black Demon Mountain Lord's body. The next moment, the surrounding void began to silently annihilate. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was taken aback. He only hesitated for a moment before he was engulfed by the demonic power that spread out from mysterious Demon Mountain Master's body. This time, you're still not dead. Mystical Demon Mountain Lord was pleasantly surprised. He never thought that he would be able to easily seal Great Demon Venerable Netherworld into his Mystical Demon's second transformation. Rumble! Mystical Demon Mountain Lord crazily operated the mysterious Demon 9 transformations, wanting to obliterate Great Demon Venerable Netherworld. However, in the next moment. Boom! With a loud bang, the void shattered and a figure rushed out from the void. A violent aura erupted from this figure. This mystical demon mountain lord was sent flying hundreds of feet away by the sudden eruption of power. Even if my vitality is greatly damaged, you're still not my opponent, Great Demon Venerable Netherworld said with incomparable confidence. Then, he directly opened his mouth and spat out a demon bead. The demon bead directly bombarded Mystical Demon Mountain Lord. When the demon bead smashed towards Mystical Demon Mountain Lord, it rapidly enlarged. When it smashed above Mystical Demon Mountain Lord's head, it looked like a demonic moon was descending. At this time, many experts came to the area where Mystical Demon Mountain Lord and Great Demon Venerable Netherworld were fighting. The area affected by this battle was also very wide. Very soon, the figures of Demonic Rock Emperor and the others appeared in the nearby area. That old bastard Netherworld! Demonic Rock Emperor couldn't help but be inexplicably shocked when he saw the two experts fighting in the battlefield. Especially when he saw that the leader of the demons fighting with Mystical Demon Mountain Lord was actually Great Demon Venerable Netherworld. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was defeated by Gu Fei. This guy didn't dare to find trouble with Gu Fei, so he vented his anger on Mystical Demon Mountain Lord and the others. Mystical Demon 3 Transformations, destroy the world! Mystical Demon Mountain Lord didn't hold back and directly displayed the third transformation of the Mystical Demon 9 Transformations. A terrifying demonic power that could destroy the world erupted from his body. The world was really collapsing. The terrifying destructive power soared into the sky and directly collided with the demon bead that was pressing down. The demon bead shook violently. Then, it was sent flying by the terrifying destructive power that soared into the sky. The demonic patterns that appeared on the demon bead dimmed. What? Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was taken aback. He didn't expect Mystical Demon Mountain Lord to display such a powerful battle prowess. The supreme technique of Mystical Demon Mountain was really powerful. The mysterious Demon 9 Transformations was not only famous in the Western region, but even the experts of the Devil Dao in other regions had heard of this Devil Dao divine ability. Mystical Demon Mountain Lord wanted to cultivate this divine ability to the 9th transformation so that Great Demon Venerable Netherworld wouldn't dare to look for Mystical Demon Mountain Lord when his vitality was greatly injured. Rumble! The void shook and was annihilated. The power of the third transformation of the mystical demon was too shocking. Even Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was forced back. He couldn't help but be shocked. Mystical Demon Mountain Lord didn't hesitate, and directly raised the power of the Mystical Demon 9 transformations to the 4th transformation. The 4th transformation of the mystical demon was the chaotic yin and yang transformation. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was directly injured by the power of the chaotic yin and yang transformation. His demonic body seemed to be torn into pieces by the violent power of yin and yang. Mystical Demon Mountain Lord was furious. He was fighting Great Demon Venerable Netherworld to prove to everyone that he wasn't a pushover. When he went crazy, even he himself was afraid. Roar! Mystical Demon Mountain Lord roared. He activated the demonic power in his body with all his strength. A demonic power that was powerful enough to make Great Demon Venerable's tremble erupted from his body. This is... In the distant sky, Luo Ping and the others who saw this scene were inexplicably shocked. I'm not mistaken, right? Senior brother has actually cultivated to the 5th transformation. Phoenix Bird Witch, who was standing beside Luo Ping, said. She stared at the scene in front of her in disbelief. Even her voice was trembling. At this time, Mystical Demon Mountain Lord didn't feel good at all. The consequence of activating the power with all his might was that he almost lost control of the power in his body. Chapter 31:15. The Mystical Demon Mountain's killing technique, the Mystical Demon 9 Transformations, was extremely powerful. Even with Mystical Demon Mountain's Lord's cultivation, he could only barely display the 5th transformation. The void between heaven and earth was collapsing, and a terrifying primal chaos chi rushed out from the ruptured void, rushing toward Great Demon Venerable Mingxian. The mystical demon fifth transformation was called Breaking Chaos. Mystical Demon Mountain's Lord had drawn the power of chaos. A strand of chaotic essence was enough to crush a mountain. This time, it was not just a strand of chaotic essence, but a monstrous chaotic essence. The entire sky was instantly sealed by the power of chaos. Even someone as powerful as Great Demon's sovereign eminence couldn't help but change his expression. He felt as if his body was suddenly pressed down by an ancient demonic mountain. His body sank and directly fell from the sky. Boom! With a loud sound, the earth sank. Great Demon's sovereign eminence was directly pressed into the depths of the earth by the chaotic chi. The surrounding mountains were constantly collapsing, and dust rose high into the sky. This kind of apocalyptic scene shocked everyone. Willow Demon and Demon Leader, who were hiding in the clouds in the distance, were shocked when they saw this scene. This mystical demon mountain's lord was actually this powerful. It was really beyond their imagination. At this time, the power of a great demon sovereign was wreaking havoc. Great Demon Sovereign Eminence's roar came from the depths of the earth. This great demon sovereign was in big trouble. The entire earth was filled with dust. The soil and rocks were violently moving up and down like waves. The chaotic chi destroyed everything. It was extremely terrifying. This was the power of the mystical demon fifth transformation. When the chaotic chi erupted, even Great Demon Sovereign Eminence was in danger. This scene shocked all the leaders of the demons who were watching from afar. Before, Mystical Demon Mountain was only ranked last among the three major forces in the western region. But now, not only did Mystical Demon Mountain annihilate Demonic Lake, but it was also so powerful that it even showed signs of overshadowing Falling Moon Demon Palace. At this time, the news of the appearance of the Demon Eye in the land of burning demons had already spread. The entire primal chaos demon world was shaken. All the forces of the demons could not sit still. It should be known that the demonic cultivation method was a plundering method. It stole the essence of other creatures to strengthen itself. That demon eye of annihilation was not simple. As soon as it broke free, it went on a killing spree. Several unlucky demon lords fell, and even the forbidden tools were easily destroyed by that demon eye. At this time, Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord didn't have the time to care about these things. What he needed to do now was to kill Great Demon Venerable Nether Mystery. However, the Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was a Great Demon Venerable after all, and such an existence wouldn't fall so easily. In the depths of the earth, the primal chaos condensed into 9 primal chaos great dragons, coiling around Great Demon Eminence Netherworld. At this time, Great Demon Eminence Netherworld had already reverted to his original form. A gigantic blood-winged demon dragon was roaring and struggling. However, no matter how much the blood-winged demonic dragon struggled, it couldn't break free. The 9 chaos great dragons coiled around the blood-winged demonic dragon's body tighter and tighter. Mystic Demon Mountain Lord was really going all out. He could barely control the 5th transformation of the Mystic Demon, but if he wasn't careful, there was a possibility that he would lose control of this power. Once the power of the 5th transformation of the Mystic Demon went out of control, even Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's vitality would be greatly damaged, and his life might even be in danger. Mystic Demon Mountain Lord was sitting cross-legged in the void. His whole body was blooming with demonic light, and the power of the void demon Tao was erupting. Endless primal chaos force was being guided out from the spatial crack by him. The primal chaos force was still increasing as if there was no end to it. What? Seeing this scene, all the spectating demons were incomparably shocked. The battle power displayed by Mystic Demon Mountain Lord was definitely not at the early stage of the Great Demon Venerable level. One must know that a Great Demon Venerable at the early stage of the Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's cultivation was absolutely not at the early stage of the Great Demon Venerable level. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld is in trouble. At this time, no one was optimistic about Great Demon Venerable Netherworld because he was at a complete disadvantage. Even the Demon Bead couldn't break the power of the 5th transformation of the Mystic Demon. The powerful demon bead was suppressed by the tyrannical power emitted by the 9 chaos great dragons inside Great Demon Venerable Netherworld's body. Roar! Great Demon Venerable Netherworld's blood-winged demonic dragon roared. This demonic dragon struggled desperately, and a powerful demonic power erupted. Demonic lines emerged from the blood-winged demonic dragon's body, interweaving into a profound and ancient demonic diagram. A supreme demonic might erupted from the blood-winged demonic dragon's body. Although it blocked the entanglement of the 9 chaos great dragons, it still couldn't break free. Damn it! At this time, Mystic Demon Mountain Lord, who was sitting cross-legged in the sky, began to tremble. Streaks of blood appeared on his body, and demonic blood seeped out from the wounds. His demonic body seemed like it was about to collapse, and the demonic power emitted from his body became chaotic. This was definitely not a good thing for Mystic Demon Mountain Lord. This was a sign that the primal chaos force was about to go out of control. He was struggling to hold on, and the consequences of losing control of the primal chaos force was not something he could bear. Rumble! A muffled thunderous sound came from Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's body. At this time, Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's face was incomparably ferocious. Countless demonic lines emerged on his body, sealing his body. If he didn't use this method to seal his body, Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's demonic body would have exploded long ago. Could it be that both sides have suffered? A great leader of the Demon Mountain Lord noticed the abnormality of Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's body. Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's condition was very bad, and his demonic body could explode at any time due to the chaotic power inside his body. While Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord and Great Demon Reverend Mingxian were fighting with their lives on the line, Gu Fei had returned to Mysterious Demon Mountain. He was going to go into seclusion again because the battle between the peerless ominous Saber Soul and the devil spirit of the heaven-devouring evil jar had allowed him to comprehend some things. This was crucial for Gu Fei to take that step forward. However, when he returned to Mystic Demon Mountain Lord and the other high-level members of Mystic Demon Mountain had not returned yet, which made Gu Fei somewhat surprised. Since Great Demon Venerable Netherworld used the heaven-devouring demonic jar, Gu Fei had no idea what had happened outside. He thought that Mystic Demon Mountain Lord and the others had returned. But now, it seemed that Mystic Demon Mountain Lord and the others had gone somewhere else. Gu Fei sat cross-legged on a big rock on Mystic Demon Mountain and directly operated his mysterious technique. Soon, he sensed where Mystic Demon Mountain Lord and the others were. Mystic Demon Mountain Lord and the other high-level members of Mystic Demon Mountain, as well as Demon Emperor Ping, were all under Gu Fei's restriction. As long as they were still in the primal chaos demonic world, Gu Fei would be able to sense their existence unless they left the primal chaos demonic world. The vitality of the others was extremely strong, but Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's vitality was gradually weakening. Gu Fei did not hesitate. He directly stood up from the big rock and took a step forward. In an instant, he disappeared into the void. Soon, Gu Fei's figure appeared at the place where Mystic Demon Mountain Lord and Great Demon Venerable Netherworld were fighting. Why is he here? Let's go. Demon Willow and Demon Kui, who were hiding in the clouds high in the sky, immediately fled when they saw the figure that suddenly appeared nearby. Master. When Luo Peng, Demon Emperor Peng, and the others saw the figure, they were immediately surprised and delighted. He's here. Mystic Demon Mountain Lord could not help but feel shocked when he sensed Gu Fei's aura. The chaotic power in his body almost went out of control. He quickly calmed his mind and operated his mysterious technique with all his might. Gu Fei snorted coldly. In the next moment, his figure directly disappeared into the void. When he reappeared, he was already in the depths of the earth. In the depths of the earth, the chaotic power was vast and mighty. 9 chaotic dragons were tightly entangled with a blood-winged demon dragon. What? It's you! Great Demon Venerable Mingxian was shocked when he sensed Gu Fei's aura. He struggled with all his might to escape. However, at this moment, Gu Fei did not hesitate. He directly pointed with a finger. An extremely sharp sword light instantly rushed out and pierced the blood-winged demon dragon's forehead. It was a deadly sword light. It directly destroyed the blood-winged demon dragon's soul. In the next moment, the 9 chaotic dragons entangled with great demon Venerable Netherworld exerted force and directly minced the blood-winged demon dragon into a cloud of blood mist. Great demon Venerable Netherworld, whom mystic demon Mountain Lord could not defeat with all his strength, was killed by Gu Fei as soon as he attacked. In the end, great demon Venerable Ming Xian ended up dead. Let's go. All of you, return to Mystic Demon Mountain. Gu Fei's voice resounded in the hearts of Mystic Demon Mountain Lord and the other higher-ups of Mystic Demon Mountain. Immediately after, Gu Fei soared into the sky and instantly disappeared at the end of the horizon. Such a great battle actually ended just like that. This was something that no one had expected. Those demons were inexplicably shocked. Some of them saw Gu Fei attack. Where did this guy come from? Some demons frowned. At this time, Mystic Demon Mountain Lord met up with Luo Ping and the others. They then left this place and headed in the direction of Mystic Demon Mountain, disappearing in the blink of an eye. No one dared to intercept them. They let Mystic Demon Mountain Lord retreat. Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's harvest was not small. He was holding a demon bead in his hand. This demon bead was the same demon bead that belonged to Great Demon Venerable Netherworld. That demon bead was now in Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's hands. After returning to Mystic Demon Mountain, Gu Fei directly ordered Mystic Demon Mountain Lord to find out the origin of the demon eye that rushed out of the burning demon desolate domain. That demon eye was definitely not ordinary. It should have a great origin. As the saying goes, know yourself and know your enemy, and you will emerge victorious in 100 battles. If they met again, Gu Fei did not intend to let go of this demon eye. Just when Gu Fei sent Mystic Demon Mountain Lord to investigate the demon eye appeared in a tribe of demons in the western domain. Soon, the entire demons tribe was covered with corpses. In such a large tribe, not a single person was spared. All of them died, and their deaths were extremely strange. The entire demons tribe looked as if their blood had been sucked dry. Only a layer of skin was left on their skeletons. It was a very frightening scene. Chapter 31:16. Gu Fei went into seclusion once again. Meanwhile, the demon eye was on a killing spree in the primal chaos realm, devouring the essence of countless living beings to strengthen itself. This was the most direct and fastest way to recover its cultivation, but the price was the death of countless living beings. However, for these peerlessly powerful demonic beings, they wouldn't even frown even if billions of living beings were to die. They wouldn't have any compassion for them either. The primal chaos devil world was in chaos. None of the forces could sit still. First, it was the western region. In the territory of the Falling Moon Devil Palace, a large devil race tribe was slaughtered. The essence, energy, and soul of the entire tribe were devoured. After receiving the news, the Falling Moon Demon Palace's palace lord personally left the palace and intercepted the demon eye in a primordial mountain range. A great battle broke out. The entire mountain range was destroyed and turned into a land of extinction. Even some of the demons outside the mountain range were affected, resulting in countless casualties. This battle destroyed an area of millions of miles. The demon eye of annihilation displayed its demonic might and defeated the Falling Moon Demon Palace Lord. The Falling Moon Demon Palace Lord retreated in defeat. The battle between the Falling Moon Demon Palace's Palace Lord and the Demon Eye of Annihilation had a huge impact. That was because the Falling Moon Demon Palace's Palace Lord had used an extreme Dao demonic weapon. It was a demonic flag. With a wave of the demonic flag, even the stars in the sky would fall. When the Falling Moon Demon Palace Lord fought the Demon Eye of Annihilation, all the leaders of the demons in the Primal Chaos realm felt the aura of the flag. The fact that the Demon Eye of Annihilation could defeat the Falling Moon Demon Palace Lord, who wielded a demonic weapon of the extreme path, caused a great shock in the cultivation world of the Primal Chaos realm. It should be known that what the superforces in the primal chaos realm relied on was the demonic weapon of the extreme path. If even the demonic weapon of the extreme path could not stop the demon eye of annihilation, the consequences would be dire. For a moment, all the forces of the demons in the primal chaos realm were in danger. A tense atmosphere enveloped the entire cultivation world of the primal chaos realm. At this time, Mountain Master and the other experts of Mountain Master entered the burning demon desolate domain again. Since they were going to investigate the origin of the demon eye of annihilation, they had to go to the place where the demon eye of annihilation appeared. Black Demon Mountain Lord brought Devil Rock and the others into the burning devil desolate domain. After the demon eye of annihilation left, the burning devil desolate domain was still filled with unknown dangers. Chapter 31:17. The danger in the burning devil desolate domain was beyond everyone's imagination. Even an astute person like the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord, who cultivated the infinite void incarnation divine ability, didn't know that the danger was right beside them. Illusory silhouettes walked out from the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord's body and walked in all directions. They were like the vanguard of the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord, helping him detect the danger ahead. However, the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord ignored the danger below his feet. Black gas emerged from the ground where they walked. It was as if there was an invisible hand reaching out from the ground, instantly pulling the demon experts who were walking at the back into the ground. No one was aware of this happening. When the third demon expert was pulled into the ground, the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord and the others finally realized it. "What? Where's Demon Sovereign Mystic Dragon?" some of the demon experts exclaimed. At this time, everyone realized that 3 demon sovereigns had disappeared without a trace. What? Even the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord couldn't help but be moved. At this time, he realized that the surroundings were filled with strands of demon chi. The void was filled with an extremely dangerous aura. At this time, all the experts of the mysterious Demon Mountain had gathered in a circle around the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord. Preposterous! The mysterious Demon Mountain Lord stretched out his right hand and an ancient tablet immediately appeared in his hand. A powerful aura immediately spread out from the stone tablet. The surrounding demon chi immediately dissipated in the void after being washed away by the aura emitted from the ancient tablet in the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord's hand. Swoosh! In the midst of the demon chi, a demonic light flashed and a black shadow instantly entered the ground, disappearing without a trace. "What is that thing?" someone asked nervously. "I didn't see it clearly," a demon expert said. Even with his cultivation, he actually couldn't see it clearly. This made many people's hearts palpitate because they also couldn't see it clearly just now. "Coward, come out and fight me if you have the guts!" Black Demon Mountain Lord roared furiously. His voice spread far and wide, causing some of the Devil Path experts in the vicinity to be shocked. Some demons recognized Black Demon Mountain Lord. These demons immediately retreated. One must know that Black Demon Mountain Lord was currently in the limelight. No one dared to provoke him. No one responded to Mystic Demon Mountain Lord. Demonic chi continuously emerged from the ground and surged towards Mystic Demon Mountain Lord and the others. However, the aura emitted by the ancient tablet in Mountain Lord Black Demon's hand blocked the surrounding demon chi, making it difficult for them to get close to Mountain Lord Black Demon and the others. Rumble! Very quickly, the ground began to shake, and then the ground began to crack. Then, skeletons began to climb out of the ground. These skeletons were all black, and every skeleton was surrounded by demonic chi, emitting a demonic aura that made people's hearts palpitate. In just a short while, Mystic Demon Mountain Lord and the others were surrounded by countless black skeletons. The black skeletons stretched as far as the eye could see, and no one knew how many there were. All the experts of Mystic Demon Mountain were stunned at this time. It turned out that there were so many skeletons hidden under the ground under their feet. Moreover, these skeletons were actually demon bones with demonic properties. Whether they were humanoid skeletons or skeletons of different races, these skeletons all had one thing in common: They were all controlled by a powerful and strange demonic force. Humph! Black Demon Mountain Lord sneered. He didn't say anything, but a great demon Venerable level pressure erupted from his body, causing the group of demons to feel terrified. At this time, Demonic Rock Emperor was very calm. This was because he had once controlled the Three Boundaries Monument, and he was very clear about its power. With the Three Boundaries Monument in hand, Black Demon Mountain Lord could naturally ignore all strong enemies. Sure enough, Black Demon Mountain took the initiative to use the Three Boundaries Monument. Buzz! A loud sound came from the Three Boundaries Monument in Black Demon Mountain Lord's hand. Then, a ripple visible to the naked eye spread out from the Three Boundaries Monument. The transparent ripple spread out in an instant. Wherever the transparent ripple passed, the black demonic bones exploded in an instant. In just an instant, the countless skeletons that surrounded Black Demon Mountain Lord and the others turned into bone powder and dissipated in the void. Seeing this scene, no one could say anything. This scene was too shocking. Everyone was stunned. Roar! At this time, a deep roar came from the depths of the ground. As this roar spread out, the entire ground immediately shook violently like waves. What's going on? Seeing this, Demonic Rock Emperor's voice trembled. Humph, come out! Black Demon Mountain Lord roared and directly activated the Three Boundaries Monument in his hand. Without any hesitation, a ball of Three Realms divine light immediately spread out from the Three Boundaries Monument. Then, the ancient monument flew up from Black Demon Mountain Lord's hand. It instantly enlarged and pressed down from the sky. Boom! With a loud bang, the ancient monument directly fell from the sky and pressed down. The violently shaking ground immediately calmed down. At the same time, a demonic shadow rushed out from the ground. Endless demonic might was vast and mighty. It was a powerful and terrifying demonic body. It was really hard to imagine that there was such a powerful demonic living being in the burning demon desolate domain. This made the experts of Black Demon Mountain feel a great pressure. Is it out? Black Demon Mountain Lord did not hesitate, and directly pounced towards the demonic shadow without any fear. The demonic shadow was very wary of the Three Boundaries Monument. It actually turned around and left, causing Black Demon Mountain Lord to pounce on empty air. As the demonic shadow left, the heart-palpitating aura retreated like a tide and quickly disappeared in the void. Seeing this scene, everyone was stunned. If it wasn't for the Three Boundaries Monument, they would be in big trouble this time. Continue! Black Demon Mountain Lord looked in the direction where the demonic shadow disappeared and roared. Just as Black Demon Mountain Lord led the experts of Black Demon Mountain to continue sneaking forward, there was a mighty aura at the peak of Black Demon Mountain. While Gu Fei was cultivating, the mighty aura at the peak of Black Demon Mountain was sometimes strong and sometimes weak. This time, he didn't stay in seclusion for long. Then, he took a step and directly disappeared from the peak of Black Demon Mountain. Very quickly, Gu Fei's figure appeared outside the burning demon desolate domain. When he was about to enter the burning demon desolate domain, he felt a familiar aura. Chapter 31:18. Gu Fei had only been in seclusion for a short period of time. His cultivation base had reached a certain state, and it was difficult to increase his cultivation base and combat strength by simply cultivating. After exiting seclusion, he came to the outside of the burning devil desolate domain. Just as he was about to enter the burning devil desolate domain, a monstrous demonic aura surged out. Within the demonic aura, a terrifying demonic figure was faintly discernible. It's you! When the demonic figure saw Gu Fei, it was obviously shocked. Then, it turned around and dashed towards the depths of the burning devil desolate domain, fleeing. Haha, crazy Mo, since we've met here, let's catch up. Why are you running? Gu Fei roared with laughter before he took a step forward and chased after the demonic figure. That's right, the demonic figure was Crazy Mo, the third clan elder of Sky Demon Lake. Back then, Gu Fei broke into Sky Demon Palace and killed a group of experts of Sky Demon Lake. Even the great clan elder, and the second clan elder of the heavenly demon lake had fallen. However, there were still a few important figures of the heavenly demon lake that managed to escape. Man Mo was one of them. Crazy Mo was scared of Gu Fei. Naturally, he escaped as soon as he saw Gu Fei. Swoosh! Gu Fei's figure appeared in the void. With every step he took, his figure would instantly disappear into the void. When he reappeared, he was already thousands of miles away. He activated the peerless ominous saber force to protect himself. However, even so, he still had to be careful. One should know that this was the place where the extreme demon ancestor had fallen. The burning devil desolate domain contained the immortal demonic energy left behind by the extreme demon ancestor. Once this energy was activated, even a great demon Venerable would fall. Gu Fei cultivated the 8 desolation steps. If this divine ability was cultivated to the extreme, he could travel in all directions with just 8 steps. His speed would definitely be unparalleled in the world. With just a few steps, he had already caught up to Lunatic Mo. With just one more step, he would be able to catch up to Lunatic Mo. However, just as Gu Fei was about to take that step, Lunatic Mo suddenly swung his right hand backward and threw something at Gu Fei. This is... When Gu Fei saw the object, he was stunned. It was a black jar. Of course, it was definitely not the heaven-devouring evil jar. The heaven-devouring demon jar was also quite impressive. Although the heaven-devouring demon jar had shattered, the peerless ominous saber had also injured its essence. The saber's soul had already fallen into a deep slumber. This was not a good thing for Gu Fei. Just as Gu Fei was stunned, the black jar suddenly exploded. Then, a black gas rushed out from the broken black jar, instantly enveloping the entire void and sweeping towards Gu Fei. F***CK, this is not demonic chi. Gu Fei took a closer look and saw that the black chi was not demonic chi at all. Instead, it was black dust. It was hard to imagine that such a small black jar could contain so much black dust. The void that was enveloped by the black dust was silently annihilated. If he had not seen it directly, Gu Fei would have really thought that the black jar contained demonic chi. The black dust did not emit any demonic aura. However, this was what made Gu Fei's heart palpitate. He directly soared into the sky and dodged the black dust. However, the black dust seemed to have intelligence. Like a black cloud, it swept towards Gu Fei. There seemed to be countless black shadows struggling and roaring in the black dust. Upon seeing this scene, Gu Fei's heart palpitated and he felt uneasy. Where did Lunatic Mo find this thing? At this moment, Gu Fei had already recognized what the black dust was. It was bone ash, the bone ash of a supreme demon ancestor. Otherwise, it would not be so terrifying. This is outrageous. Did Lunatic Mo go and dig up the grave of a supreme demon ancestor? Gu Fei could not help but frown. Who would dare to dig up the grave of a supreme demon ancestor? Only a real lunatic would dare to do such a thing. Lunatic Mo was definitely crazier than a real lunatic. The black dust swept towards Gu Fei silently. Everywhere it passed, the void was constantly annihilated. It actually destroyed everything. Even Gu Fei dared not let the bone ash touch him. At this moment, Lunatic Mo had already escaped to God knows where. Swoosh! Gu Fei used the 8 desolation steps and displayed the world's fastest speed. In an instant, he was far away. The black cloud-like black dust surged towards him. Everywhere it passed, everything that was enveloped by the black dust was directly annihilated. Even some incomplete demonic marks left by the supreme demon ancestor were annihilated. The 3 boundaries steel was not in his hands. Otherwise, Gu Fei could use it to directly hit the black dust into the endless void. However, even without the 3 boundaries steel, Gu Fei still had to give it a try. I don't know what kind of divine power Lunatic Mo used, but the bone ash of the supreme demon ancestor is actually chasing me. Even if I use the 8 steps extreme speed, I still can't get rid of this black dust. Gu Fei had no choice but to stop. He turned around and looked at the black dust that covered the sky and earth. He directly roared and slapped forward with all his strength. Rumble! The space in front of Gu Fei's palms shook violently, and then collapsed. A huge space hole appeared in the void in front of him. The black hole formed by the Sky Smasher produced a heaven-devouring force. There was chaotic chi coming out of the black hole. Even the chaotic chi was shot out by Gu Fei. "Haha, you don't want to let me go. Then come and chase me." Gu Fei laughed heartily as he charged into the black hole in the void. The black cloud that was formed by the bone ash of the Supreme Demon Ancestor was still sweeping over. Then, it also rushed into the black hole and disappeared inside. At this time, Lunatic Mo took a big detour in the Burning Demon Desolate Domain and left the Burning Demon Desolate Domain from another direction. Lunatic Mo rushed into the endless mountain ridges outside the Burning Demon Desolate Domain without looking back. He had obtained what he wanted. Naturally, he would go into seclusion to improve his cultivation. Then, he would come back to settle the score with Gu Fei. The destruction of the Heavenly Demon Lake was definitely an irreconcilable feud for Lunatic Mo. Between him and Gu Fei, only when one of them died could the feud between them be completely resolved. Gu Fei also didn't want to leave this disaster alive. However, Lunatic Mo clearly knew that he wasn't a match for Gu Fei. As soon as he saw Gu Fei, he escaped. This allowed the lunatic to escape once again. At this time, Gu Fei entered the chaos. The black dust also entered the chaos. Then, a shocking scene appeared. Everywhere the black dust passed, even the chaotic chi was silently wiped out by the black dust. This Chapter 31:19. The black dust was extremely domineering. As long as the black dust touched his body, even Gu Fei would die. One should know that the black dust was the ashes of the Extreme Demon Ancestor. Even the incomplete body parts left behind by the Extreme Demon Ancestor could be destroyed, let alone Gu Fei. Gu Fei directly shattered the void and rushed into the Primal Chaos Void. The black dust also chased after him into the Primal Chaos Void. As a result, a shocking scene appeared. Everywhere the black dust passed, even the chaotic space was being destroyed. It was incomparably terrifying. This was the chaotic land, but it was actually destroyed by the black dust. It was really unbelievable for Gu Fei. Gu Fei moved quickly in the chaotic void. The black dust was still chasing behind him, as if it would pounce on him and devour him at any time. He used the power of a peerless fierce blade to protect himself, but it was still not enough. It was the first time he encountered such a strange and unimaginably terrifying black dust. One should know that the ashes of the Extreme Demon Ancestor could not be seen in this world. Even the corpse of the Extreme Demon Ancestor could not be seen in this world. Buzz! A rumbling sound rang out from Gu Fei's body. After that, the shadow of an ancient cauldron surged out from his body and enveloped him within it. The extremely chaotic essence chi around Gu Fei's body couldn't touch his body at all. The power of the ancient cauldron kept everything outside of it. Rumble! Gu Fei felt a headache coming on. The clump of black dust chasing after him seemed to possess intelligence and a life of its own. It locked onto him and would not stop until it destroyed him. He turned one round in the chaotic void, but it was still difficult to get rid of the black dust of death behind him. There was no other way. Gu Fei stopped and directly sat in the chaotic void. An ancient cauldron appeared above his head. In the next moment, the death-black dust instantly swept over and enveloped Gu Fei, who was sitting cross-legged in the chaotic void. The terrifying power of destruction instantly destroyed the space around Gu Fei. Even the chaotic energy was destroyed. However, the power of the cauldron of mountain and river that emerged from Gu Fei's body blocked the black dust outside. Buzz! The mountain river cauldron floating above Gu Fei's head began to emit a devouring power, sucking the surrounding black dust into the mountain river cauldron. At the same time, other than using the power of the cauldron of mountain and river to protect himself, there was also a vague shadow of a dragon on Gu Fei's body. That was the power of the peerless ominous blade. With these two powers protecting him, no matter how powerful the death black dust was, it would not be able to touch Gu Fei. At this moment, The death black dust seemed to know how powerful the mountain river cauldron was. It actually wanted to retreat, but it was too late. The death black dust had already been sucked in by the power of the mountain river cauldron. The death black dust was continuously devoured by the mountain river cauldron. After half an hour, the death black dust was completely devoured by the mountain river cauldron. Gu Fei felt that he was a little too nervous before. It was just that simple. The death black dust was devoured by the mountain river cauldron, and his threat was resolved. However, very soon, Gu Fei knew that things were not that simple. That was because the death black dust in the mountain river cauldron had not been refined. The death black dust was only sealed by the mountain river cauldron. Gu Fei did not think too much about it. He directly rushed towards the exit of the chaotic void. However, at this moment, 3 extremely powerful demonic shadows appeared outside the exit of the chaotic void. The 3 demonic shadows were using their Devil Dao Xian technique with all their might. Demonic patterns intertwined and coiled around the broken void. Soon, the broken void disappeared. The 3 great demon venerables worked together to repair the broken void. "Ha! That guy shouldn't be able to come out," a fat great demon venerable said with a laugh. This guy was covered in fat from head to toe. The fat under his clothes was about to burst his clothes. "He's lost in the chaos. Even if he's an extreme demon venerable, he won't be able to come out," another tall and skinny great demon venerable who looked like a bamboo pole said. "All right, let's leave this place quickly. I have a feeling that something bad is about to happen," another young man in black with blood-red hair and a slightly pale face said. Although he looked very young, he was a Devil Dao venerable who had lived for countless years. "Yes, this isn't a good place," the fat great demon venerable said with a nod. The burning demon desolate domain was filled with unknown dangers. Even a great demon venerable would not be safe here. Since ancient times, countless great demon venerables had fallen in the burning demon desolate domain. If the demon I was still there, they would definitely not dare to enter the burning demon desolate domain. Only after the demon I was freed and left the burning demon desolate domain, did they dare to enter the burning demon desolate domain. If the demon I was still there, no one would dare to enter the burning demon desolate domain because it meant death. No one would enter the burning demon desolate domain even if they knew that they would die. Rumble! Just when the 3 great demon venerables were about to leave, a muffled thunder-like sound suddenly resounded. The entire void was shaking and cracks appeared in the void. A powerful force came out from the cracked void. What? The 3 great demon venerables were shocked to see this scene. Could it be that person? He actually wanted to break the void and come out from the chaos. What's going on? Could that guy be able to come out from the chaos? The fat great demon venerable said in disbelief. Unless that person left his imprint in this part of the void. The tall and skinny great demon venerable said. Then, he directly released his demon sense. A powerful demon sense instantly shrouded the entire void. Very soon, a great Dao mark that was formed by the interweaving chaotic Dao patterns appeared in the nearby void, emitting a hazy chaotic light. Seeing the chaotic great Dao mark, the 3 great demon venerables were dumbfounded. They had made a fatal mistake, and it was a mistake of the lowest level. They shouldn't have made such a mistake. At this moment, it was already useless to try and erase the great Dao imprint in the void. "Run!" The fat great demon venerable shouted and quickly turned around to escape. Although he was fat, he was faster than a rabbit when he ran. The other 2 great demon venerables didn't think too much and also turned around to escape because they were no match for the guy who was about to break the void. "Humph, you dare to scheme against me? Do you think you can escape?" Chapter 31:20. When Gu Fei entered the chaotic void, he left a mark of the Great Path in the outside world. As long as the mark of the Great Path still existed, he would be able to sense the world where the mark of the Great Path was. He could directly break the void and walk out of the endless chaotic turbulence. At this time, the fat and skinny demon leaders and the crimson-haired youth were scared out of their wits. They immediately turned around and fled. However, could they escape? Gu-Fei smiled when he saw the three great demon sovereigns fleeing in panic. Then, 3 streams of clear qi rushed out from the top of his head. The 3 streams of clear qi turned into 3 figures and directly chased after the 3 great demon sovereigns. This was the secret technique of one turning into 3 pure ones. The 3 incomparably powerful figures swept across the sky at high speed. A powerful aura spread out from the 3 figures, which shocked the demons nearby. Is that the great demon sovereign? Someone is actually chasing after the great demon sovereign. The devil race experts in the vicinity cried out in alarm. The 3 great demon sovereigns were actually being chased by someone. This scene was witnessed by many experts of the demons who entered the burning demon desolate domain to try their luck. All the experts of the demons were dumbfounded. Am I seeing things? The ones running are the fat and skinny great demon sovereigns. Some experts of the demons recognized the fat and skinny great demon sovereigns. The fat and skinny great demon sovereigns were well-known figures among the great demon sovereigns. Now, they were actually fleeing in panic. This made the eyes of those who knew the fat and skinny great demon sovereigns fall to the ground. Boom! The void trembled as a silhouette was sent flying. Devil blood dripped down from the sky as a powerful energy wave spread out in all directions. One of Gu-Fei's incarnations finally caught up with the crimson-haired great demon sovereign. He directly used the sky-covering palm and blasted the great demon sovereign away. It's just an incarnation, but it has such powerful combat strength. The crimson-haired great demon sovereign was extremely shocked. After he stabilized his body, he wanted to escape again. However, at this time, a powerful killing intent had already locked onto him. Run? What can you run to? Said the figure that intercepted blood-hair great demon Venerable. This was an existence that looked exactly like Gu-Fei. It was as if Gu-Fei was here in person. The tyrannical aura emitted from his body caused blood-hair great demon Venerable's heart to palpitate. The I-Chi turning 3 pure one's secret technique was heaven-defying. Although this incarnation of Gu-Fei was not as good as his real body, it was not much worse. At least, it had 80% of Gu-Fei's power. Preposterous! I refuse to believe that a mere clone can do anything to me. The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable stared at Gu-Fei's incarnation and gritted his teeth. Then, he directly attacked. His long blood-colored hair suddenly turned into countless blood-colored demonic lights that entangled Gu-Fei's incarnation. Every single strand of the great demon Venerable's blood-colored hair was radiating with blood-colored demonic light. It was as if the power of 3,000 great Taoists of the demonic Tao was erupting at the same time, capable of annihilating everything. Io, your hair is so long, and you don't even want to cut it. Come. Let me cut it for you. Gu-Fei's incarnation stretched out his right hand. Tao power surged and intertwined in his hand, instantly turning into a pair of primordial scissors. He held the primordial scissors and cut the incoming blood-colored demonic hair. Humph, you want to cut my hair? In your dreams. The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable sneered. The blood-colored demonic hair instantly curled in front of Gu-Fei's incarnation. It was about to entangle Gu-Fei's incarnation. Just as the blood-colored demonic hair was about to entangle Gu-Fei's incarnation, the primordial scissors in the hands of Gu-Fei's incarnation showed its power in time. 2 chaotic divine lights rushed out of his hands and cut off a section of the blood-colored demonic hair that was entangling him. What? The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable was shocked. It should be known that even a powerful great demon Venerable level demonic weapon would not be able to hurt his blood-colored hair. However, the demonic weapon created by his opponent's Tao power was able to cut off his blood-colored hair. The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable found it hard to believe. Haha, let me help you cut off your hair. Gu-Fei's incarnation laughed. The primordial scissors in his hands continuously cut off the blood-colored demonic hair of the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable. In an instant, the blood-colored hair in the void flew everywhere. Rays of blood-colored demonic light scattered in all directions. Every ray of blood-colored light wrapped around a strand of blood-colored hair and pierced through the void. Roar! The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable roared madly and quickly dodged. However, Gu Fei's incarnation used the 8 desolation steps and followed him like a shadow. The primordial scissors in his hands cut off the blood-colored hair of the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable. Why? My skills are not bad, right? Ha! Gu Fei's incarnation retracted his hands and retreated. Then, he stood in the void and looked at the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable, laughing out loud. The blood-colored hair of the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable had almost been cut off by the primordial scissors in the hands of Gu Fei's incarnation. His blood-colored hair was in an incomparably messy state. In some places, even his scalp had been cut off by the primordial scissors in the hands of Gu Fei's incarnation. Demonic blood seeped out from his head. Roar! The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable was almost driven mad. He roared into the sky and a terrifying demonic might erupted from his body. Black spatial cracks appeared in the void. I'm going to kill you! The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable roared madly and charged at Gu Fei's incarnation. Clanging sounds rang out from the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable's body. Blood-colored demonic chains rushed out from the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable's body and coiled around Gu Fei's incarnation. Every single blood-colored demonic chain was formed from the great Tao laws of the demonic path. Haha, you're mad. Don't say that you're mad. Even if you're mad, it's useless. Gu Fei's incarnation laughed as he held the primordial scissors in his hands and cut at the blood-colored demonic chains. 2 beams of primordial divine light instantly intersected, and the blood-colored demonic chains were cut into 2. What? The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable was shocked. Even the demonic chains formed from the laws of the demonic path were cut by this guy. How was this possible? Swoosh! After the 2 beams of primordial divine light cut the blood-colored demonic chains, they instantly arrived before the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable. The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable wanted to dodge, but it was too late. The 2 extremely sharp beams of primordial divine light pierced through his body and dissipated in the void. Gu Fei's incarnation was extremely powerful and directly injured the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable. The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable's demonic body was actually cut into 2 by the primordial divine scissors. The lower half of the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable's demonic body fell from the sky. However, the lower half of his body only fell a few dozen meters before it shot into the sky again, connecting with the upper half of his demonic body. There was a flash of demonic light, and the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable's demonic body completely recovered. However, his aura had become much weaker. However, at this moment, Gu Fei's incarnation's right hand had already pressed against the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable's head. A chaotic imprint directly rushed out from his palm and entered the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable's soul. What did you do to me? The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable was shocked. He hurriedly attacked Gu Fei's incarnation, and endless blood-colored demonic chi rushed out from his body. Ha! Gu Fei's incarnation retreated while laughing. The next moment, the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable knew what Gu Fei's incarnation had done to him because he suddenly realized that he could not move. His body and even his soul did not seem to belong to him. He could not even control his soul and demonic body. The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable was really scared out of his wits. He knew that his life was in the hands of the other party. If the other party wanted to kill him, he only needed to think about it. Alright, you only have 2 choices now. One is to live, and the other is to die. Gu Fei's incarnation stopped smiling and said seriously. You! The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable was naturally not simple since he could become a great demon Venerable. He knew from the words of Gu Fei's incarnation that if he wanted to live, he would have to become this guy's slave. If he did not become Gu Fei's slave, the only outcome would be death. The sanguine-haired great demon Venerable naturally did not want to die, but he did not want to become Gu Fei's slave either. He struggled in his heart, but in the end, he chose to live. A bad life was better than a good death. As long as he was alive, everything was possible. However, if he died, there would be nothing left. One of Gu Fei's incarnations had successfully subdued the sanguine-haired great demon Venerable, but the other two incarnations that went to chase after the fat and skinny great demon Venerable still failed to take down the two great demons. In a valley in the distance, there was a mighty wave of energy that caused the entire region to tremble. The other two incarnations of Gu Fei had already blocked the fat and skinny great demon Venerables in the valley. Both sides were in a tense confrontation, and they could make a move at any time. Taoist friend, leave us a way out now. We can meet again in the future. There's no need to be so ruthless between us. The fat great demon Venerable stared at the figure opposite him and said. The power of Gu Fei's three pure ones was absolutely amazing. The three incarnations had a battle strength that was close to that of the real body. Even a great demon Venerable might not be a match for the three incarnations. Be my slave or die. It's your choice. One of Gu Fei's incarnations looked at the fat man opposite him and said coldly. What? The fat and skinny great demon Venerables were incomparably shocked when they heard this. This guy actually wanted them to be his slave. You want us to be your slaves? Dream on. The skinny great demon Venerable had a hideous expression on his face and said while gritting his teeth. I don't dream. One of Gu Fei's incarnations said indifferently. Preposterous. Go and die. The fat great demon Venerable roared and turned into a demonic light that soared into the sky. He pierced through one of Gu Fei's incarnations at an extremely fast speed. The skinny great demon Venerable also made a move at the same time. A demonic net directly flew up and enveloped the skinny great demon Venerable. Chapter 31-21. Gu Fei's real body didn't make a move. He only used the three pure ones' secret technique to create three extremely powerful clones to chase after the three great demon Venerables. Since these three guys dared to scheme against him, he naturally couldn't let them go. Meanwhile, the blood-hair great demon Venerable had already been subdued by one of his clones. The clone had planted a forbidden technique on the great demon Venerable's spirit. The blood-hair great demon Venerable's life could be decided with just a thought. At this moment, Gu Fei's clone and the blood-hair great demon Venerable rushed towards the valley. At this moment, a powerful energy fluctuation erupted from the valley. Cracks appeared on the surrounding mountains, as if they could collapse at any time. The entire valley was shaking violently. At this moment, a magic net spread out from the valley and enveloped Gu Fei's clone. This magic net was different from the others. It was actually refined by the blood-sucking demon vines. As long as the blood-sucking demon vines caught a living being, its essence, qi, and spirit would be devoured in an instant. Its soul would be dispersed, and it would turn into a dried corpse. The skinny great demon Venerable sneered. The magic net shrouded the entire sky and imprisoned a part of the world. It sealed all the escape routes of Gu Fei's clone. However, Gu Fei's clone was fearless because it was just a clone. It could be separated and combined, real and fake. It could gather and disperse at will. It was extremely mysterious. Gu Fei's clone disappeared silently. The magic net that descended from the sky didn't catch anything. The two figures disappeared in the void without a sound. At the next moment, the two figures suddenly appeared in front of the fat and skinny great demon Venerables. What? The fat and skinny great demon Venerables were shocked and quickly retreated. However, at this moment, Gu Fei's two clones had already made their moves. One of the clones directly used the heaven-covering hand. A huge chaotic hand directly slapped towards the fat great demon Venerable. The other clone used the primal chaos fist. His fist radiated boundless primal chaos light. His entire fist was as resplendent as a primal chaos sundae. The void shattered under the chaos fist, and Gu Fei's fist instantly blasted in front of the great demon Venerable, who was as thin as a bamboo pole. Without any suspense, the two great demon Venerables were sent flying. Too weak. All of you are too weak. One of Gu Fei's incarnations retracted his fist and shook his head. What? When the two great demon sovereigns heard this, they were shocked and angry. It should be known that they were great demon sovereigns, a group of existences that stood at the top of the Chaos Devil realm and looked down on the common people. They were usually high and mighty, but now, they were being looked down upon like this. The fat and skinny demon sovereigns found this hard to accept, and they were about to go crazy. However, the other party's battle prowess was incomparably tyrannical. Moreover, it was only a clone. The fat and thin devil ancestors were the two fiends of the central region of the primal chaos devil world. No one believed that they were brothers, but they were indeed brothers. However, the appearance of these two great demon sovereigns was really extreme. "Isn't that the Meng brothers? What's going on? Who dares to provoke the two fiends of the Meng family?" In the distant sky, a powerful demonic shadow was faintly discernible. Someone recognized the fat and skinny devil ancestors. At this time, another clone of Gu Fei and Bloodhair Great Demon Venerable arrived nearby. They didn't go forward and only watched from afar. Bloodhair Great Demon Venerable's name was Blood Devil. He was a leader of the demons that came from the Blood Devil Sea of the primal chaos devil world. Blood Devil's cultivation was naturally very powerful, but he was subdued by one of Gu Fei's clones. He had no choice but to become Gu Fei's slave. Blood Devil and the Meng brothers were good friends. Someone paid a great price to invite these three great demon venerables to scheme against Gu Fei. Unfortunately, they didn't expect that not only would they fail to scheme against Gu Fei, but they would also be chased by Gu Fei's clones. At this time, Blood Devil was cursing the 18 generations of ancestors of the guy who invited them. That guy was simply a scammer who specialized in scamming people he knew. If he met that guy again, he would definitely tear him to pieces. Blood Devil gnashed his teeth and clenched his fists. If it wasn't for that guy, he wouldn't have become Gu Fei's slave, unable to free himself from slavery. Rumble! At this time, muffled thunderous sounds came from the valley ahead. The ground cracked and terrifying cracks appeared. The entire valley finally cracked and primal chaos energy overflowed from the depths of the ground. The four experts began to fight in the valley. Gu Fei's two clones displayed their strongest strength and actually suppressed the fat and skinny demon venerables. The eldest of the Meng brothers was the skinny one. The eldest Meng brother had a magic net refined from the bloodthirsty demon vine. This magic net could change its size. When it was big, it could cover the entire sky. When it was small, it could be easily stored in one's sleeves. The fat one was the second brother. He opened his mouth and spat out a demonic blade. The demonic blade directly slashed towards one of Gu Fei's clones. The demonic blade emitted a powerful demonic aura. This demonic aura caused Gu Fei's clone to become serious. Clang! Gu Fei's clone evolved the divine sword and directly blocked the demonic blade. The sword light and the demonic blade collided, producing a sound of metal colliding and friction. Although it was a divine sword in the hands of Gu Fei's clone, the power it displayed was not inferior to a real peerless Tao artifact. The power of the second brother's demonic blade couldn't be underestimated. The blade light that rushed out from the demonic blade directly cut through the sky. The battle prowess of the Meng brothers was much stronger than that of Blood Devil. They could actually fight against the two clones of Gu Fei. The entire valley finally turned into ashes. The sky cracked and the earth sank. The scene of destruction made everyone's heart palpitate. One must know that this was the burning demon desolate domain. When the four of them fought, the mighty energy fluctuation actually destroyed an area of the burning demon desolate domain. In the end, the Meng brothers' magic net was directly torn apart by Gu Fei's clone. Then, Gu Fei's clone pointed at the center of his eyebrows. Gu Fei's clone directly planted a forbidden technique on the Meng brothers' primordial spirit. The Meng brothers was subdued by Gu Fei's clone. Seeing this scene, the second brother of the Meng brothers was shocked and revealed a flaw. Gu Fei's clone took advantage of this opportunity and directly blasted away the demonic blade in his hand. Then, Gu Fei's clone pointed at the center of his eyebrows. Gu Fei's clone didn't kill them because he wanted to keep these great venerable demons as his servants. Without any suspense, the two Meng brothers and Blood Devil were not the opponents of Gu Fei's clone. They were subdued by Gu Fei's clone and became Gu Fei's servants. The news quickly spread and shocked all the major forces in the Chaos Demon realm. After the dust settled, Gu Fei's real body came from afar. The 3 clones immediately rushed towards Gu Fei, turned into 3 clear air, and entered the top of his head. Could it be the legendary 3 Pure Ones technique? An elderly devilish being murmured to himself in a stunned manner upon seeing this. For those who had experienced that war, the 3 Pure Ones were naturally no strangers to this ability. Greetings, Master. The 3 great venerable demons quickly saluted Gu Fei. Haha, very good. Gu Fei laughed. After subduing these 3 guys, the strength of Black Demon Mountain would increase greatly. Even if it faced the falling Moon Demon Palace, Black Demon Mountain would not be at a disadvantage. At this time, a flame descended from the sky. Gu Fei waved his hand, and the flame fell into his hand. It was an information transmission talisman. The next moment, his complexion became somewhat unsightly. They dared to plot against my people. Those guys are simply reckless. Gu Fei muttered to himself. His eyes were filled with incomparable sharpness. Upon seeing this, the 3 great demon venerables couldn't help but look at each other in shock. This guy was in the limelight. If someone plotted against his people, wouldn't that be courting death? Do you know Mo Mingtian? Gu Fei glanced at Blood Devil and the 2 Ming brothers and then said, What? The 2 Ming brothers and Blood Devil were taken aback. It turned out that this guy was plotting against Gu Fei's men. Mo Mingtian was not a nobody. He is the #1 demon in the eastern region. We naturally know him. Blood Devil said. The #1 demon in the eastern region. Upon hearing this, Gu Fei's eyes suddenly lit up. This Mo Mingtian actually dared to call himself the #1 demon in the eastern region. It seemed that he had a great background. No wonder this guy dared to make a move against Black Demon Mountain Lord. I heard that Mo Mingtian obtained an ancient demon treasure and ran amok in the eastern region. He has almost unified the eastern region. The eldest of the Meng brothers, the skinny one, thought for a moment and said, Humph, who cares what bullshit ancient demon treasure it is? If he dares to touch my people, then he will have to pay the price. Gu Fei coldly said. After hearing Gu Fei's words, the Meng brothers and Blood Devil couldn't help but look at each other. At this time, they couldn't help but gloat. The #1 demon in the eastern region or this guy, who was stronger? Of course, they didn't want Gu Fei to be defeated by the #1 demon in the eastern region because their life and death were in the hands of Gu Fei. If Gu Fei fell, with just one thought, they would all be buried together with Gu Fei. Gu Fei then directly rushed towards the place where Black Demon Mountain Lord was trapped. The Ming brothers and Blood Devil quickly chased after him. At this time, in a rocky valley tens of thousands of miles away from Gu Fei's group, demonic fire soared to the sky. The endless demonic fire actually enveloped the entire valley. In the midst of the demonic fire, one could vaguely see ancient demonic runes. This was the Grand Tao demonic fire that could burn everything in the world to ashes. Even the most difficult metal to melt would be burned to ashes. Chapter 31:22. In the burning Devil Desolate Domain, in a rocky valley not far from the Devil Cave where the Devil Eye had appeared, an ancient tablet was floating. The ancient tablet was emitting a hazy divine light, enveloping the group of people below it. At this time, the whole valley was enveloped by a terrifying demonic fire. This wasn't an ordinary demonic fire, it was a demonic fire of the great Tao that could burn everything in the world. Even a great demon venerable would die if they were burned by this demonic fire of the great Tao. Their bodies and souls would be destroyed. Rumble! The whole valley was collapsing. The demonic fire was vast and mighty. The grass and stones were turned into dust. The earth was sinking. In the end, only a mass of demonic fire wrapped in a divine light was left burning. In the midst of the demonic fire of the great Tao, a demonic shadow was faintly discernible. It was Mo Mingtian, known as the #1 demon in the Eastern Territory. Mo Mingtian was a supreme expert of the demonic path. He was almost invincible among the great demon venerables. The other great demon venerables didn't want to provoke the number one demon in the Eastern Territory. At this time, Gu Fei and the blood-hair great demon venerable arrived nearby. However, they didn't make a move. The mysterious demon mountain lord could use the Three Boundaries Monument. If he couldn't defeat Mo Mingtian, then he would be too useless. Just like the demonic rock emperor, Gu Fei also gave the mysterious demon mountain lord 3 chances to use the Three Boundaries Monument. This time, the mysterious demon mountain lord only used the defensive power of the monument. Although the mysterious demon mountain lord wasn't in a hurry, the people behind him were different. Especially Luopun, he didn't want to be burned to death by the demonic fire. "Brother, when are you going to make a move?" Luopun said anxiously. The demonic fire outside was getting closer and closer. The divine light emitted by the Three Boundaries Monument was becoming smaller and smaller. This made the people behind the mysterious demon mountain lord unable to sit still. "Brother, you..." Phoenix Witch's beautiful face turned pale. She could feel the blazing aura that penetrated the divine light. It was a kind of aura that could ignite the demonic yuan in her body. The others were the same. They all felt the chaotic heat unbearable. It was as if their bodies were on fire. The Great Path demonic fire outside was too terrifying. Even with the power of the Supreme Tao artifact blocking it, it could still threaten the group of demons inside. "I say, Mountain Chieftain, if you don't act now, we're going to be roasted alive," Devil Rock Emperor said. He actually had the ability to use the Three Boundary Monument. He still had 2 chances to use it. However, the Three Boundary Monument wasn't in his hands now. "Ha ha, Mystic Demon Mountain Chieftain, I think you should obediently hand over the Supreme Tao artifact in your hand. If you do that, I might leave your corpse intact." In the Great Path demonic fire outside, the faintly discernible demonic shadow was laughing wantonly. Even if mysterious demon mountain master had an extreme Tao tool in his hand, it was useless because he also had an extreme Tao tool. It was a skull, a black skull. The monstrous demonic fire of the Great Path rushed out from the black skull. The sky and the void were constantly being burned by the demonic fire. "If you have the ability, then come in. If you don't, then shut up." Mysterious demon mountain master stared coldly at the demonic shadow and the demonic fire outside the divine light. A cold murderous aura emanated from his body. The surrounding void seemed to have become less scorching. "Very well, then I'll turn all of you into ashes." "Ha ha!" The demonic shadow and the demonic fire laughed wildly. Then, the power that erupted from the black skull became even stronger. On the forehead of the skull, a flame-shaped demonic mark appeared. The power of the demonic fire instantly multiplied. Within the fire, demonic marks interweaved. The space that was enveloped by the divine light from the Three Boundary Monument was constantly being compressed. "Mountain Chieftain, why aren't you fighting back?" Devil Rock Emperor couldn't sit still. It was too sullen to be suppressed like this. If he was the one controlling the Three Boundary Monument, he would have already beaten Mo Mingtian up. "What's the rush?" Mysterious Demon Mountain Master said unhurriedly. He controlled the Three Boundary Monument. He was very clear about the power of this Supreme Tao tool. It was definitely not a problem for him to protect himself. "Senior brother, if you don't make a move, we're going to be roasted to death," the Phoenix Sparrow Witch said. Right now, they were just like prey in a steamer, being roasted. "Humph!" Mysterious Demon Mountain Master sneered. Then, the Three Boundary Monument that was floating in front of him suddenly trembled. Ancient and powerful Tao marks emerged from the Three Boundary Monument. In the next moment, boom! The divine light of the Three Boundaries erupted. The Three Boundary Monument instantly connected with the Three Realms, drawing in the power of the Three Realms. In just an instant, the demonic fire outside was like snow under the scorching sun, dissipating under the divine light of the Three Realms. The Three Boundary Monument seemed to have turned into 3 worlds. In the void, illusory figures kept appearing. Those were the reflections of the 3 realms. It was incomparably shocking. This was the Three Boundary Monument. It could connect with the three realms and draw in the power of the three realms for its own use. Such power was extremely strong. Once it exploded, it would naturally be able to destroy everything. What? Emo Mingtian, who was in the demonic fire, was incomparably shocked. He had never thought that the ancient monument in mysterious Demon Mountain Master's hand could actually launch such a powerful attack. The power of the three realms surged. Emo Mingtian, who had just said that he would refine mysterious Demon Mountain Master to death, was now blown away along with the Black Skull. Emo Mingtian was so depressed that he almost went crazy. Although he was under the protection of the skull, he still suffered a great impact and kept coughing up blood. How is this possible? After Emo Mingtian stopped retreating, he raised his head and roared. His fire-like long hair fluttered wildly. A frenzied aura erupted from his body. Die! Emo Mingtian let out a furious roar. He bit the tip of his tongue and spat a mouthful of blood onto the Black Skull. The demonic blood that sprayed onto the skull quickly disappeared and was absorbed by the Black Skull. In the next moment, an ancient aura that seemed to have come from the primordial era burst out from the skull. It was as if a primordial ancient demon that had been sleeping since the primordial era was awakening. This is... At this time, sensing the demonic aura, even mysterious Demon Mountain Master couldn't help but change his expression. After that, the skull flew up and directly collided with the three-world monument. Extreme demonic might erupted and the entire world seemed as though it was about to collapse. Boom! As the two supreme Tao treasures collided, the demonic power emanating from the skull was actually able to contend against the three-boundary steel. Even Gu Fei, who was watching this scene from afar, could not help but be moved. Haha, the ones who will die are you! Chapter 31-23. Emo Mingtian was worthy of being the number one demon in the eastern region. His cultivation was extremely powerful. Among the great demon venerables, he was almost invincible. Moreover, Emo Mingtian also had a supreme demonic tool in his hand. Thus, he was like a tiger that had grown wings. No one was a match for him. But today, he, the number one demon in the eastern region, was facing an unprecedented challenge. Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord had found an ancient tablet somewhere. The power displayed by this ancient tablet shocked Emo Mingtian. This kind of supreme Tao tool was very rare, but it appeared in his opponent's hand. Kill! Emo Mingtian roared and crazily urged the skull. The skull was frantically devouring his demonic essence. A terrifying demonic shadow emerged on the skull. Although it was just a shadow, the pressure it emitted was earth-shaking. Even the stars in the sky were shaking. It seemed as if they would fall from the sky at any time. Boom! Bang! A dull collision sound resounded. Every time it resounded, the whole world trembled. At this time, Emo Mingtian and mysterious Demon Mountain Lord seemed to have become bystanders. Supreme Tao tools had spirituality, and could automatically attack the enemy. The two great supreme Tao tools fought, but soon the skull was suppressed by the three-boundary monument. 3 balls of divine light appeared above the three-boundary monument. In each ball of divine light, there were all things in the world evolving. The cycle of life, death, and reincarnation continued. 3 heaven-devouring forces surged out from the 3 worlds, wanting to suck the skull in. Swoosh! When the three-boundary monument showed its power, a demonic light rushed out from the skull. The demonic light instantly enveloped Emo Mingtian and carried him up into the sky, rushing towards the starry sky. Naturally, Black Demon Mountain Lord wouldn't let Emo Mingtian escape so easily. He directly drove the three-boundary monument to the sky and chased after Emo Mingtian. Naturally, Demonic Rock Emperor and the others did not dare to follow. After they escaped, they quickly retreated far away. No one could intervene in a battle of this level, not even Gu Fei. A bitter battle erupted. The starry sky trembled, and large stars exploded one after another like gorgeous fireworks, illuminating the entire dusky world. That terrifying skull actually rushed into Emo Mingtian's body. Now, Emo Mingtian seemed to have become a different person. It was as if an extreme demonic ancestor had descended. As soon as he stretched out his hand, more than a dozen stars were sucked into his hand and instantly refined into more than a dozen beads. Then, he directly threw the beads at mysterious demon mountain lord. Buzz! The three boundaries monument floating above mystic demon mountain lord's head was vibrating. The power of the three realms was fusing and then exploding. The dozen or so stars that Mo Mingtian had refined into beads exploded and were obliterated by the power of the three realms' unification. A mere ant dares to act so impudently in front of this demon ancestor? Hurry up and die! Mo Mingtian's voice became incomparably crazy. He stretched out his hand, and a huge hand emitting monstrous demonic fire immediately appeared in the void, grabbing towards mysterious demon mountain lord. Swoosh! Mysterious demon mountain lord controlled the three boundaries monument and directly disappeared in the void. The next moment, when he reappeared, he was already above Mo Mingtian's head. Humph! Mysterious demon mountain lord directly stomped on mysterious demon mountain lord's head. However, Mo Mingtian stretched out his hand and instantly grabbed mysterious demon mountain lord's right leg. Then, he spun mysterious demon mountain lord and fiercely smashed mysterious demon mountain lord towards a star. Boom! With a loud bang, mysterious demon mountain lord directly smashed through the star and flew 100,000 feet away. Even with the protection of the three boundaries monument, he was in an extremely sorry state. The number one demon in the eastern region is indeed capable. In the burning demon desolate domain, Gu Fei, who was looking up at the starry sky, muttered to himself. Mo Mingtian's skull was definitely left behind by an extreme demonic ancestor. Mo Mingtian fused with the demonic bone and displayed earth-shattering combat power that was enough to make any living creature tremble. Gu Fei retracted his gaze. At this moment, he no longer paid attention to the battle between mysterious demon mountain lord and Mo Mingtian. He knew that it would not be easy for the two of them to determine a winner. At this moment, from the place where the demonic eye escaped, an incomparably powerful fluctuation of power rushed out. It was not the aura of demonic path, but the aura of another great path. This was really hard for Gu Fei to imagine. In the distant past, there were actually other extreme experts who killed their way into the chaos demon world and even killed an extreme demonic ancestor. Thinking of this, Gu Fei could not help but be moved. At this moment, the three great demon sovereigns standing behind Gu Fei were also extremely shocked. At this moment, all the experts in the burning demon desolate domain were alarmed. At this moment, a divine light soared into the sky from the place where the demonic eye escaped. It was a bottomless devil's den. The devil's den was swallowing demonic chi, but the divine light that rushed out from the depths of the devil's den directly dispersed the heavy demonic chi. As expected, there are still treasures about to be born. Without hesitation, Gu Fei took a step forward and instantly arrived at the peak of a mountain near the devil's den. A huge divine light directly soared into the sky from the depths of the devil's den and disappeared into the endless depths of the sky. Then, a powerful fluctuation of life spread out from the depths of the devil's den. This? Gu Fei was shocked. Could it be that there's actually some sort of living being hiding in the depths of the devil's den? This was truly unbelievable to him. After all, the incineration devil desolate region had truly existed for too long. If there was still a living creature here, then this living creature would definitely be the most ancient one. At this moment, Gu Fei discovered that there were powerful demonic figures appearing in the surroundings of the devil's den. Many big shots of demonic path had come and were peeping from afar. Ever since the demonic eye broke free, although there were still all kinds of unknown dangers in the burning demon desolate domain, it was much safer compared to when the demonic eye was still around. One must know that the demonic eye was incomparably terrifying. As long as one was targeted by it, even if one had the ability to see through the heavens and earth, they would still die. To a certain extent, the reason why the burning demon desolate domain became a forbidden ground, where one could enter but not leave, was because of the existence of the demonic eye. Over the countless years, this demonic eye had devoured the essence, chi, and spirit of countless living creatures. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so powerful and terrifying. At this time, even if Gu Fei came here, he would have to be careful. He cultivated the martial path Heavenly Eye and could see that the entire space in front of him was filled with demonic runes. If he were to rush over recklessly, he would definitely trigger the formation here. Many experts of the demons who were cultivating in the starry sky were alarmed and they all fled in panic. No one dared to approach the two experts who were fighting desperately. Amo Mingtian, you are just SOSO. How dare you call yourself the #1 demon in the East region? The mysterious demon mountain lord said with a sneer. An ancient tablet was floating above his head. The ancient tablet emitted a power that enveloped him. The extremely strong power was at his command. This feeling of invincibility made him extremely excited. At this moment, he finally knew what it meant to be invincible in the world. Mysterious demon mountain lord, you should know that it will not do you any good to anger me. Amo Mingtian said coldly. Amo Mingtian said coldly. He had fused with the extreme path demon bone and it was as if he had turned into an extreme path demon ancestor. He could destroy heaven and earth with just a wave of his hand. The two great experts were confronting each other. Monstrous demonic chi rushed out of Amo Mingtian_'s body. The demonic chi was like a huge dragon that lingered around his body. The entire void where he stood was constantly collapsing and repairing itself, in a cycle. Is that so? So what? The mysterious demon mountain lord said with a sneer. He had the 3 boundaries monument to protect him. Even if Amo Mingtian fused with the extreme Tao demonic bone, he was not afraid at all. Die! Amo Mingtian roared. He stretched out his right hand and slapped it towards the mysterious demon mountain lord. Come! The mysterious demon mountain lord grinned and rushed forward. The power of the 3 boundaries monument was directly guided by him. Then, it turned into a huge dragon and went to meet Amo Mingtian_'s big hand. Boom! A loud sound was heard. The huge dragon formed by the power of the 3 boundaries monument collided with Amo Mingtian_'s big hand. The 2 extreme Tao forces collided. The void was annihilated. Countless stars exploded. A large area of the star field became pitch black. There was no longer any starlight. Even if the void was repaired, this place was still a dead and silent starry sky. Rumble! The extreme Tao force exploded. Even the ground under the starry sky was affected. The extreme Tao force was mighty and mighty. The ground cracked and cracked. Countless living beings turned into clouds of blood mist. Their bodies and souls were destroyed. This was the horror of the extreme Tao force. Even in the depths of the starry sky, the extreme Tao force could still kill countless living beings on the ground. What? Gu Fei, who was in the depths of the burning demon desolate domain, also sensed the power fluctuation coming from the depths of the starry sky. He could not help but frown. The mysterious demon mountain lord had been unable to take down Amo Mingtian for so long. The extreme Tao force of demonic path. Gu Fei sensed 2 extreme Tao forces. One was naturally the 3 boundaries monument. The other was the extreme Tao force of demonic path. Who will help the mysterious demon mountain lord? Gu Fei stretched out his right hand. A black saber immediately appeared in his hand. An extremely overbearing aura was emitted from the black saber. The Meng brothers and Blood Devil were shocked to the extreme when they saw the saber. The aura emitted from the saber made their souls tremble. I'll go take a look, Blood Devil said. Very well, I will let you control the saber. Then, Gu Fei directly shot a divine light into Blood Devil_'s body. Then, he handed the black saber to him, and said, You have 3 chances to use this saber. Yes, master. Blood Devil was surprised and happy. This black saber was not an ordinary Tao tool. It was definitely an extreme Tao tool. It was the first time he had controlled the most powerful Tao tool in the world. Swoosh! Blood Devil soared into the sky and directly rushed towards the depths of the starry sky. At this time, a muffled sound came from the Devil Cave. It was like a thunderous war drum. It also sounded like a huge heart beating. This is... Gu Fei was taken aback. This kind of fluctuation seemed to have appeared before. A muffled sound rang out, and the entire void shook along with this sound. Soon, the Meng brothers behind Gu Fei had traces of demonic blood oozing out of their mouths. The sound coming from the Devil Cave had a great impact on the Meng brothers. It was like a devilish sound that could destroy everything. Only Gu Fei was not affected. At this time, the Meng brothers realized how powerful Gu Fei was. Even if they joined forces, they were far from being a match for their master. Buzz! Just when the Meng brothers were about to reach their limit, a rumbling sound came from Gu Fei's body. An ancient cauldron emerged from his body and enveloped him and the Meng brothers. In the next moment, the Meng brothers felt their bodies loosen up. The horrifying sound wave directly disappeared. It was isolated outside. The Meng brothers were shocked. Their master actually had so many extreme Dao tools. How was this possible? This made the Meng brothers in disbelief. One must know that extreme Dao tools were not ordinary Dao tools. They were weapons refined by the most powerful existences in the world since ancient times. It can be said that extreme Dao tools were absolutely rare even in the Chaos Devil realm. They were in the hands of the super forces in the Chaos Devil realm.